Last season, the Boston Blades and the Toronto Furies were two of the hottest rivals in the Canadian Women's Hockey League. These two teams battled their way through a key series on the last weekend of the CWHL's regular season, with second place on the line. And even though Boston won both those games, it was the Furies that prevailed over the Blades in the Clarkson Cup final, winning the league title with a 1-0 overtime victory. But it's a new season, and some new faces join the familiar ones as these two teams go at it once again. Toronto and Boston face off next, and you'll see it right here on New England Hockey Showcase. We are live from the UMass rink here. It's the Clark Ice Arena on the campus of the University of Massachusetts in Boston. And here we're doing New England Hockey Showcase, a special live edition. You're going to see it too here on CWHL.ca, and you'll be able to watch it also on New England Hockey Showcase. And it's my very special pleasure to introduce our co-host for this year. In fact, we could say this is version 2.0 because we're doing it live this year. And the person with me used to wear the number 2-0. That's Kate Buser. Boston Blade Kate Buser joins us. Kate, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Great to be here.
First of all, last night, Blades came out to a big victory over this Toronto club.
Yeah, from what I hear, Jillian Dempsey had a great game last night, really carrying the team with 3 goals. And, it's great to see after what happened last year and being able to kind of put that in the back of our minds and really come out and dominate the game.
I'm glad you brought that up because some people, you hear it so often in sports where a team loses a championship game and the next time they meet during the regular season, oh, this is the rematch, this is the revenge match. Well, technically it's not really revenge unless they hand out the same trophy at the end of the game.
Exactly. And, it's, you never want to let a team get in your mind too much. And, we know Toronto's a great team, but like you said, it's a new year. So.
Right, waiting for the interview with Digit Murphy, and we should be all set to go there. We're going to try it right now once again.
Hi, good afternoon. We're pregame today with Digit Murphy, head coach of the Boston Blades here in the Clark Athletic Center in Boston. We're about to start the second in a 2-game series with the Toronto Furies. Digit, in your season opener last night, you delivered a solid win. What should we expect to see today, and perhaps what might be a little different?
Well, first of all, I didn't do anything. The kids did everything. I didn't deliver a solid win. The team did. Today, it's always hard the second day because you've got another team that's out to get you. Okay, we got a couple of new players in the lineup. We got Megan Duggan here, which will be exciting for Team USA. We got Jess Kazumi, who was one of the standouts in the league last year. But, you can't say enough about Jillian Dempsey's performance last night. I mean, scoring 3 goals, playing with Hillary Knight and Jordan Schmelker, they were great. But, to have this kind of talent on this team is really exciting for not only Boston, but the whole CWHL.
Now, we saw recently at the Four Nations Cup, I believe the Blades had 7 of their players attending, which is a terrific honor. How are these non-league activities helpful or maybe a little difficult to manage from a coaching perspective? Because
they absolutely are helpful. I can't say enough about, the partnership that we have with Team USA, Team Canada, and the CWHL because I think it's really important for the post-college kids to get out and play in a game like this. It's fast and exciting. And I think what a lot of the Team Canada, Team USA, well, I think they do know it now, but this is really unbelievable hockey. It's better than college hockey because when you think about it, you've taken all the best players and you've taken off with the cream of the crop, and now they play in the CW. So, I would contend with Team USA that they should have had 10 players from the CWHL. How about that on the Blades?
Excellent. We'll make sure they heard. Now, last night you played to a pretty full arena.
That was awesome.
Sunday afternoon, what are we expecting today?
Typically a lot of the kids, and unfortunately, get a good crowd here, but last night really was the first game of the year. We did an unbelievable job tweeting it out. We did the same thing today, so we'll see. But this is a brand new venue for us. I think people are still learning about the Blades at UMass, so I'll take it for what it's worth and play in front of whoever.
One of the things that always impresses me at these games is there's a tremendous amount of young girls and young boys who are coming to see the sport and really experience an amazing skill set. And I also noticed that the players are really engaged with some of the kids.
Yeah.
How does that resonate with the women in the locker room?
I mean, one of the magic moments of this sport is that there are young girls and we can share it and they can reach out and touch these athletes. It's not like, the NHL where they're untouchable and they're just kind of like just like a video game at some level, being on the ice. Like these young girls and women and boys interact with our players. I mean, what's better than that? These are role models, these are leaders, these are positive members of society that more people should know about.
Well, terrific. Thank you very much, and best of luck to you and the team this afternoon.
Go Bladies.
Thank you very much. Game.
And we're back here high above ringside once again. Bill Robert joined by Kate Buser here. And a couple of things talking about this year. So far, the Blades, first 2 games, a couple of big wins. Big win against Montreal and a huge win last night, a 6-2 drubbing of this Toronto club. And so far, early on, I mean, obviously you're only 2 games in, but what have you seen in the Blades play so far this year that would bode well for the future of the club?
Just a resiliency right now. You know, they no matter what team they step on the ice with, it's all about, you know, knowing that they can score, they can play very well, and can pull out a win, you know, no matter what happens on the ice. So I think that's a really great characteristic to have in a hockey club. Obviously, this year too, being a non-Olympic year, they won't be having to fill gaps with a lot of players being gone for the Olympics. So this year, and of course, the Blades still had a terrific year last year, coming just within 1 goal of their 2nd straight Clarkson Cup win. But this year, they should be coming out firing, and if the first 2 games are any indication, they've already done that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great, and what was really great to see is that, you know, even with the Olympic year, the competition in the CWHL and the Blades themselves were able to really stay at a high level, and I think that talks about where the women's hockey is going and what it's become in these last few years. The other thing about this club too, obviously they were in the playoffs last year in the Clarkson Cup, but the last few games of the regular season, we actually had the last 2 here on New England Hockey Showcase. One of them, obviously, we're going to mention it here, the very last play of last season, Kelly Stack scored the overtime winner, and the assist went to this lady right here. Kate Buser put it in the, just had it, nice little feather pass back from the left face-off circle. And the key with that one was, the interesting thing to watch there was the fact, you wonder why was Kelly Stack so open, but both the defensemen in front of the net were concentrating on Hillary Knight, because she'd already scored like 3 goals that weekend. Yeah, it's, that was a really, really fun line to play on, and Kelly Stack's just a phenomenal player, as is Hillary Knight, as we all have known watching her over the last few years, and it's just an honor to play with them, and I always knew if I could get it out of the corner and put it on the tape of one of their sticks, it was probably going to go in. So it was great to play with them. Another memorable Kelly Stack moment that weekend was the game before, the Saturday night game, where she got into it with, I think it was Hoffmeyer, yes indeed. And it's actually funny because in talking about the plays, I was actually off season, well not quite off season, but after the regular season, I was talking to Jess Kazumi. She was asking me for some clips to use for your psych-up tape. Mm-hmm. And one of the things she mentioned was the fight, and I wasn't sure because obviously, some people are very kind of one way or the other when it comes to the rough stuff in hockey. Mm-hmm. But I mentioned that because she's like, oh yeah, if you've got it, we definitely want that. That was great. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often, but Kelly Stack's very able to stand up for herself and is a great teammate because of that, because she protects who she's on the ice with, and it was great playing with her and having that. Well, before that, the notable moment of quote-unquote tough stuff with women's hockey came with the national team. One of the ladies who was involved with that is now a Blade, Monique Lamoureux. Yes, and again, I was just saying, Monique, Kelly Stack, Casey Bellamy, Megan Duggan, they're all just great protectors of their other teammates on the ice, and I think it makes them great teammates and great people to skate with, and the United States-Canada rivalry is women's hockey at its toughest and as its most intense, and those things happen, and I'm just glad to have Monique on our team here. They're about to call the starting lineup, so let's give you the starting lineups for the Toronto Furies. Starting up front, it's number 6, Megan Arts, along with number 27, Caroline Prevost, and number 91, Janelle Kohanchuk. On defense, we've got Michelle Bonello and Tessa Bonham, and Sammy Jo Small between the pipes today for the Furies. As for the hometown Boston Blades, they're coming out with the big guns shooting. Definitely, they've got the guns firing today. Jillian Dempsey up front, along with Megan Duggan and Hillary Knight. On defense, you've got Monique Lamoureux, we were just mentioning her in the pregame, and also Casey Bellamy. And in goal today, Brittany Ott, or as we called her last year after a particularly stellar performance, Brittany Knott for the Boston Blades. Last little bit of pregame warm-up. When you were there, what did Digit normally do before the game as players were coming out to get ready for the face-off, like one last little pep talk? What kind of stuff did she tell you? Before the game? Yeah. Well, I wasn't a big person for superstition, so I kind of did whatever I felt like doing in the moment. I tended to do a little soccer warm-up, which is too bad because I'm pretty bad at soccer. I think every time, Molly Schaus or Hillary Knight saw me coming, they didn't want me to be playing in the circle with them, but I played anyways, so. But no, it's just, some good music, just having fun and just getting loose mentally.
And they dropped the puck, and face-off won by the Blades. Going back now with it is Bellamy there. She passes it up over to Dempsey. Goes off Nightstick, goes in and getting it now. That's Bonham for the Furies. Carries it out along the right wing side. Tried to get it to Arts. Chipped back into the zone by the Blades, though. And with it right now, that's Bonello, who's able to hop it off a stick and then get it back out to center ice. Tap pass there by Lamoureux over to Duggan, who knocks it back into the Toronto zone. Puck goes behind the net, and that's where Bonham will corral it. Goes out to the point there, and coming through it, here it comes now. I believe that's Prevost with it once again. That's Caroline Prevost for the Furies, but now puck is knocked back into the Toronto zone, and Megan Duggan will stay deep while the rest of the Blades change out. And Bonello has it behind her own net. She tries to pass it off. Prevost pressed against the boards there, and with it right now at the point there, that's Kaylee Fratkin. And now with it, that's Rachel Lannis. Tries to get over to Jess Kazumi. Kazumi's got it now. Left wing face-off circle. She gets it back. Can't set up anybody in front, though, as Bonham was there. She was down on the knees, ready to block any pass attempt. Going in and chip in towards the net. That's knocked wide, bounced off of Lannis and also Bonello. Battle now forward in the right wing corner, coming out along the boards, and with it now, here's Kohanchuk. Back checked very nicely there, and once again, we'll have to double check Jordan Smelker. Nice little bit of back checking there, and the Blades bring it out once again. Watchhorn with a pass now out to Smelker, and she tips it back over the line. Bonello's got it there, still out there. Kelly Cook has it now, and chips right back, and chipping it back into the zone there, one of the new Blades, Alyssa Gagliardi. Puck behind the net once again. So far, Blades pressing, haven't been able to get a shot opportunity yet, but they're keeping the possession on the Toronto side of the ice. Chipped into the Blades zone now. Giving chase, Blake Bolden, she just backhands it. Goes around over to Gagliardi, past her now, and here come the Blades. Cook gets a nice pass off, and it's just tapped ahead. Nice job there by Ashley Cottrell. Goes now in the right wing corner. Backboards behind the net. They tried to set up Casey Pickett in front. Pickett knocks it back deep. Intercepted, though, and here come the Furies. At least they started to. That was Mallory DeLuce. Puck winds up in the zone, and with it right there, that's actually it's number 12, who actually I don't have here, so I don't know if you recognize Megan Bozek, I guess that would be. Okay.
New Fury.
I was going to say, I recognize the name. It's just I looked at you just to make sure it was Megan Bozek, and we didn't have dueling Bozeks in the league here. Anyway, chipped into the Boston zone now, and goes back, and it looks like we're going to have an icing call, so the action will come all the way back to the Toronto zone. So far, most of the play has been in the Toronto zone. Blades have been kicking it back in there, but no real scoring chances so far.
No, but the Blades are putting all four lines out there right now, so just getting everyone moving right now.
And the face-off once again. Battle for it behind the net and knocked around, and here come the Blades. I'm sorry, the Furies with it now. With it there is Natalie Spooner. Cross-ice pass, bounces off the stick of Jessica Vella. Vella tries to center it. However, it's knocked wide into the corner by Lamoureux. Behind the net now, a couple of Furies have it. With it there now, that's DeLuce once again. She tries to maneuver with it, and with it now is Spooner. Spooner, left wing face-off circle, stops, cuts back, and moving through now and going behind the net. Bellamy tries to get it there. DeLuce tries pass out from behind the net, and Hoffmeyer can't corral the pass. It's a race for the puck right now. Here come the Blades, 2-on-1 for the moment, and let's see, the pass goes over. Oh, it just went right through her. Tried to get it to Janine Weber, but she just couldn't corral the puck. And shot there, actually it's going to pop up and just be taken. Sammy Jo Small able to get that with the blocker, a little bit of a floater there off the stick of, I believe that was Janine Weber once again, and with it now, that's Hillary Knight. Knight tries to put it in front, but there's nobody there, and the puck's going to come all the way outside the zone. Pass now over. Fratkin's got it now. Fratkin moving in. Tries to set up Knight in front. Nice interception there by, that was, I believe that was, who's that? That's Hoffmeyer. I thought so, yeah. One of those things where I knew the number, just my brain kind of played etch a sketch for a moment there. But anyway, we've got a whistle and didn't see the signal.
I think it's a penalty on Duggan.
Okay. All right. So Megan Duggan's getting the gates. For 2 minutes, looks like that was an interference call.
Yeah.
Interference. So first power play going to the Toronto Furies. Blades will be short for 2 minutes. And out there on the PK right now, we've got, let's see, we've got Knight out there. We've also got Tara Watchhorn, Jillian Dempsey, and also Kaylee Fratkin. And they line up for the Blades as they take the face-off in their own zone. Taking care of some procedural matters at the moment. Face-off won by the Blades. Fratkin giving chase right now, goes behind the net, past Warthorn. She's trying to catch up with it now. It goes off a stick, Duluth keeping it in. And goes out to the point now. Spooner's got it. Spooner with a shot in and knocked wide by the blocker of Brittany Ott. Battle for it now, Duluth and a couple of Blades battling for it. A couple of Furies jump into the action now. And Prevost is in there, Duluth is in there, and I believe that's Kohanchuk as well. Oh boy, pass out in front. They tried to set up somebody in the slot. Nobody home though, and the puck's going to go all the way back down to the Toronto zone. That's where Natalie Spooner will pick it up right now, and she just turns on the Jets. She's running right up the right wing, going wide, trying to set up a target in front. She had Duluth waiting, but couldn't get her the puck. Back out now to Bozek. Bozek back to Spooner. Spooner, slap shot by Spooner, and it just goes wide.
It was a good shot block by number 4 there.
It was Gagliardi, one of the new Blades. Oh, action in front, a lot of action. Ott's got it tied up and then loose puck, but Hillary Knight's able to knock it out. And backboards right now, Toronto still with it, that's Prevost. Pass to Bozek at the right point. Bozek now high in the slot, takes a shot in, and that's a save by Ott right in front. And she had Duluth on the doorstep waiting to bang on a rebound that never happened. Another shot in, and that went wide to the short side. I believe that was Prevost with the shot. Spooner with it once again, knocks it behind the net for Duluth. Duluth carrying now. She's looking for a target. She's got her shot in, and a save by Brittany Ott on the shot by Janelle Kohanchuk. And after that, a little bit of extracurricular activity in the crease, like we were saying before. At times, not a lot of love lost between these two clubs.
That was a great tie-up by Brittany. You could see Hillary Knight and Jill Dempsey get stuck out there for about a minute and a half. So great tie-up, allows Boston to get some fresh legs on the ice.
Boston still on the penalty kill for another 33 seconds. First period, 14:55 left to go, and so far, no score between either of these clubs. Brittany Ott just checking something. I think she might have just an equipment issue, just checking the pad. And the face-off's about to come. And it goes back now. Baldwin wins it, and it goes back now. That's that's Bonello with it now. Bonello tries to pass it up for Arts. And with it there, that's Baldwin. Gets it to Chevry now. Chevry just slams it around the boards. And the first one there is going to be, Jordan Smelker. And she's just going to clear it. It's going to go all the way down to the Toronto zone. 12 seconds left to go on the advantage for Toronto, and they're bringing it through right now. With it, here comes Bonello once again. Pass out to Tessa Bonham. Bonham gets over the blue line, gets around one player, doesn't get around the other though. She got around Lamoureux, but didn't get around Casey Bellamy. And pass attempt up front, popped off a stick and just popped through, and we're back at even strength now. And here comes Lamoureux with it. Lamoureux with a rush. Nice sweep check there by Bonello to knock it away. And now it's behind the net. And trying to get it there is Jess Kazumi. Kazumi with a shot, winding up, and it score! That went off a couple, but I believe that was Fratkin with it. Kaylee Fratkin, right after the penalty kill, a huge goal there, and I'm not sure who that went off of, but that's one of those, you talk about the difference between hard and heavy shots. That was a heavy shot. It just burned its way through everything.
That did. That was a great shot, and you know where that began is Monique Lamoureux being a really great offensive defenseman. I played with her as a forward last year, and you know, it's great having that offensive ability in your defenseman and be able to carry the play up the ice. And you know, the result of that was a goal.
All right, the assist, obviously waiting to hear who got the assist on that, but with the goal, that's Kaylee Fratkin, one of the new members of the Boston Blades. And now the Blades lead at 1-0 as the faceoff is won by Toronto. They pass it along the left wing boards, and with it right now, that's one of the Zamora sisters, that's Christy. And let's see, it goes Shannon Molson now, who tries to put it in front, but it's knocked away by the Blades. With it now is Casey Pickett. She's got some speed. Going on the left wing boards right now. Bit of a drop pass, but she couldn't get it to Kelly Cook. It's intercepted there by Molson. Molson gets it up to Zamora. Zamora, nice little pass there. Here they come. That's Corey Manamo with it now, and she's going wide. Nice little bit of stick checking there by Fratkin. So nice D as well as the nice goal there. And here come the Blades once again. Pass goes right through the stick of Kelly Cook though. And Shannon Molson has it right now. She gets it back to Megan Bozek. Bozek now pass back to Molson once again. Corey Manamo kind of fans on that pass attempt, and they're just going to put it into the zone, and it looks like we're going to have an icing call. Indeed we are. Well, there we go. Fratkin from Kazumi and Smelker. That's the actual call on the goal. So, Jess Kazumi, obviously a terrific player. She had a highlight reel goal last year, the one against this Toronto club, in fact, where she get that great feed after the little bit of a stick work, moving there from Jillian Dempsey. We called it a Dempsey doodle, actually, at the time. And the face-off in the Blade zone, won by the Blades. Goes back now, and they try and get it all the way out to Pickett. Pickett now passes back and going forward now. There's Tara Watchorn once again. Watchorn being harassed a bit there by Chevry, but she's able to get the pass off the boards, off to Casey Pickett. And who's got it now? The Blades have it. And going wide with that one there, that's Bray Ketchum. And she tries to pass it through. She's got a couple of players there. Shot goes in, and I believe that was a shot by Janine Weber, but I believe it went off in front and went wide. And with it now, Weber still keeps it and puts it on net and just steered aside easily by the stick of Sammy Jo Small. Hoffmeyer now with a pass up along, and it bounces not the way they would have wanted. Missed Julie Allen, but Allen gets it back now, but then she's being checked pretty heavily there. Nice job by the Blades here. And coming out with it once again, that's going to be Gagliardi. And the pass goes up, and got to see who's got the number 19, because that's actually a...
Denna Lang.
Okay, I was going to say, because the 19 I see here is Gigi Marvin, and that does not look like Gigi Marvin. Just thought. Anyway, brings that now, and Duluth almost brings it through, but it's taken away by Megan Duggan. Duggan's got it now. She gains the blue line, and then she tries to go wide, and is back checked there. Nice job by Jessica Vella of the Furies. Lamoureux's got it now in her own zone, right in front of the net. Stops a little bit, wheels around, and gets the puck off the boards over to Casey Bellamy. Bellamy showed one way, went the other. She's behind the net now. Just parking out, gets it over to Lamoureux now. And Lamoureux being checked heavily there by Vella. So it'll just go back to Casey Bellamy, and she'll get it out of the zone right now. Tries to chip it up to Dempsey. Loose puck at center, and Duluth has it now. Duluth being taken heavily along the boards there by Hillary Knight. And loose puck taken by Spooner. Spooner with a shot in. Long shot and a nice block there. Nice save by Brittany Ott, who once again got down low and just caught it in the midsection.
Blades are doing a really good job of pressuring in their own defensive zone and being able to win some battles for the pucks, and it's really helping them out offensively.
11:37 left to go in the first period. Boston up 1-0, and they win this face-off in their own zone as Knight chips it back, and right now with it, that's Duggan. Duggan in the corner has it taken away, but Knight is able to get the puck back for the Blades, and Bellamy's got it now. Trying to step around Kohanchuk, can't do it, loses the handle, is able to get it back now, pass it behind the net, and the pass goes up to Hillary Knight. She has to catch up with a little bit, but she's got it now. Hillary Knight going over the blue line. She's got Duggan too, loose puck there, and they might have an issue coming back the other way. They're in the middle of a change. Toronto, though, can't handle it cleanly, and as a result, actually it's going to wind up going in the Boston zone anyway. And we've got a player, looked like Prevost there, trying to extend herself a little too much, which is normally a very obvious sign that she was offside.
You look, one of the benefits of having Hillary Knight on your team, you had 2 Toronto players that had to take her down, so it allows openings on the ice for you.
That's almost kind of a power play in itself. And after the Blades chip it out, Koizumi chips it back, and right now it's back in the Blades zone. And they move it up right now with Rachel Lannis. Lannis with a pass over and chipped into the zone there. Giving chase there is Megan Bozek now. She gets it over to Shannon Molson. Molson leaves it out front. Could have been a dangerous pass, but luckily only the Furies were there. And Zamora gets it now. Zamora, a little bit of a hip check there by Koizumi, and she hits the deck. And with it right now, that's Fratkin, who has the game's lone goal, but then she's broken up. And the Furies with it now. With it there, that's Katie Wilson. Tries to get it over now to Corey Matimo. And she's just ridden into the backboards there. Nice job there by Lannis, who then actually has the puck go off her stick, but she can't catch up to it. But then a nice block right after the ensuing shot. Rachel Lannis doing a few nice things in succession there. And the shot goes in by Zamora. And once again, going down and trapping it quite easily is the Boston goaltender, Brittany Ott.
Yeah, Ott's getting helped out a lot by her players right now. There's been a bunch of opportunities where the Blades have blocked shots, and that's being able to sacrifice your body for your goaltender is a very positive thing for the bench.
One of the things I love to watch with Brittany Ott too, she plays the angle so well when she gets out there. Right now the puck goes, basically it's blasted. They tried to clear it, but they couldn't. However, a nice block attempt there. That was blocked by, I believe that was Kelly Cook. So now it's behind the net. Blades trying to work it out once again. Sharp cross ice pass to Cottrell, but she can't hang on to it. She's got it though, but then she's checked by a couple of Toronto Furies. And loose puck now at center ice with it there is Bellamy. Bellamy from the defense, rushing up, tries to pass it into a streaking Kelly Cook, just couldn't get it to her cleanly. And now with it there, that's actually, once again, we'll have to catch up with some of the names here. The names listed as French, but on the roster, 11 is listed as Megan Bozek. So as we have a stoppage in play, and I believe another icing call, the puck will go back down to the Toronto end, and they will face it off once again with 9:35 left in the first period. 1-0 Boston. So, Kate, what are you seeing so far as tendencies from these two teams early on in this game?
Well, Boston is pretty notorious for their speed, and they're really showing it on all 4 lines right now. And it's a lot for Toronto to handle right now, but they're doing a good job of it.
Face-off one, back to the defense, and then chipped in. Oh! Trying to get it there was Duggan. Loose puck going to the side of the net. Duggan went out, took a few swats at it, but Sammy Joe Small had it corralled and had it tied up. And as a result, we will have a face-off to the blocker side of the Toronto netminder.
Great double chances there by Duggan, just never giving up on the puck and waiting for that whistle to blow.
9:22 left to go in period number 1. Right now the Blades stake to a 1-0 lead face-off. Once again won by the Blades. Pass goes over, one's up on Lamoureux's stick, but then it's chipped wide before it gets to Duggan. Duggan has it now, and she tries to chip it through, and giving chase there was Kelly Cook, but here come the Furies with it. Out with it now, that's Bonello. Bonello tries to get it up to Allen. Puck bounces off a few players, stays in the Toronto zone at least for a moment there. They're doing a rugby scrum on skates just at that spot there in the ice, and now Toronto's got it at the bottom now. She tries to get it up along the boards to Corey Chevry. Chevry's got it now, but she has a couple of Blades to contend with. They break her up, and the shot in. Oh, nice block there on Gagliardi by Julie Allen. And cross-ice pass, but it's intercepted. And with it now, that's Corey Chevry, and she's just going to dump it into the Boston zone so that the Furies can get fresh legs. And right now the Blades trying to catch them on the line change, and it was Lamoureux to Knight, but they couldn't connect. Knight is almost able to whack it in the zone, I should say. With it now is Spooner. Spooner moving out to loose offside. She got in just a little ahead of that play, Kate.
Just a little. It's all the Blades needed, though. It's a good job defensively of really pushing the team's offside as well. It's an important skill to have, and you have some really great defenders back there able to disrupt play just with where they're positioned.
And the face-off won by Toronto. Face-off goes back to Shannon Molson after it was won by Duluth. And with it now, that's Fratkin for the Blades in her own back right face-off circle. Chip goes up, long cross-ice pass, and with it now, here come the Blades. Oh, she can't hang on to it. That was Ketchum. And Blades have it now going through center ice. Bounces off a couple of players. Weber's got it now. Gets it over to Watchorn. Watchorn passes back to Fratkin. Back to Watchorn. You got to watch out here. Toronto's starting to increase the pressure on the forecheck. Watchorn with it now in the corner. Pass up. And right now the Blades are trying to get some fresh legs. Chip back in by Megan Bozek. And here come the Blades with it once again. Nice little move there by Blake Bolden. Bolden is off to the races. She gains a blue line, and she can't hang on to the puck, though. However, she's able to knock it to the boards. And with it right there is French now. She knocks it to the other side. Casey Bellamy chipping in. And that one's going to bounce up and stay in play, actually. And, oh, here we go with it right now. I believe that's Lannis. Lannis goes in. Score! Rachel Lannis just takes the puck off the boards, zips it right through, and I'm not sure Small saw that coming. That was just a 5-hole, just bing.
Yeah, that's a, classic Rachel there. She's just very nifty as a player and is able to pick her spots really well. And, saw a tiny bit of space between Sammy Jo Small in the net there and took it. It's a great goal.
All right, so right now the Blades have doubled their lead. They're up 2-0 now. And the face-off won by Toronto. Bonham's got it right now, but she's broken up by Smelker. Kohanchuk takes it down, gets it over to Bonello. Bonello, long pass in. With it now is Prevost. She's got Arts streaking toward the slot. And a redirect attempt. They couldn't quite get it to Megan Arts. And now it comes out. It's knocked out of the zone. And Bolden gets the assist on that one. So as we were just listening to the PA really quick to see who got the assist there. Lannis with the goal, Bolden with the assist. And now it's 2-0 in favor of Boston as the action continues in the Boston zone here. And coming out with it now, here comes Kate Buser. I'm sorry, that's Casey Bellamy.
Sitting right next to you.
I got my KBs mixed up. That's okay. Last month I did a game with Columbus versus Houston, and I kept saying Colorado. So it's an ADD thing. It happens. Chipped in there, and Wilson gets it, but Gagliardi's able to tip it wide. And goes now to Casey Pickett. Nice pass there, and trying to run in there is Kelly Cook, but it's taken away, and Bozek has it now. Bozek with a pass back now to Molson, actually. Molson has it. Oh, right through the stick of Cottrell, and here comes Corey Madamo with it right now, and she's just going to chip it into the zone. Ott will play it there and leave it for her teammates, and they're trying to work it out again. I believe that was Lamoureux that she left it for. Chip back behind the net by Montreal on the boards. That was Molson who did it. And with it now, that was Gagliardi. Goes to pass back to Lamoureux, but Lamoureux wasn't exactly where she thought she would be. Nice job by Lamoureux, though, working it out. And Casey Pickett's able to chip it to center ice, where it's picked up by Megan Bozek. And she's just going to fire one off the boards right to Carrie Madamo, as a couple of Furies collide here at center ice. Ott plays it once again to Lamoureux. Lamoureux now moving out, just taking the lead. And with it now, that's Dempsey. Dempsey tries to get around Chevry and can't do it, but Knight's able to knock the puck into the zone. Not far, though, as Allen and French conspire to keep that one from going deep. Pass goes off the back skate of a player, and here comes Knight right now with it. Knight working wide. Knight trying to move it in. Oh, had it right on the doorstep there. Watchhorn. She just couldn't get the lumber onto the puck. And it's knocked back into the zone where French will pick it up now. French trying to get around Knight and Dempsey. It's caught on someone's skates. Fratkin's got it now. Fratkin chips it in toward Knight, and loose puck almost gotten there by Megan Duggan, but not quite. And they have to actually, I was going to say they had to reset the play, but we were talking before about Hoffmeyer starting something last year with Kelly Stack, and she was just entangled there with Hillary Knight. As a smile breaks onto Kate's face.
No, she's, Hoff's a player who knows how to get under the skin of, some of the Blades players, and, she's effective at it, and, it's a great player, but, the Blades have to make sure they don't retaliate and take any silly penalties to put the team down.
Carrying a long-held tradition carried on by players like Brad Marchand, and who else comes to mind? Esatikinen of the Oilers comes to mind too. He was always a pest who drove people nuts. Yeah. And so the penalty is going to be on Toronto, is it, or is it? It's actually.
It's going to be matching penalties.
It's going to be matching. Okay, I did see the number. They just put up the number for Knight as well. So it's going to be a matching penalty. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for a little bit. So we're going to have some room to skate here.
Look for the defensemen on the Blades to really take their ice and move the puck and really change the 4-on-4 and offensively.
We've got some great players out there right now with some speed. Jess Koizumi, obviously, Rachel Lanis, and then Blake Bolden not only has speed, but she has got a slap shot that could break a pane of glass behind about 10 tons of cement. And the face-off won by Prevost, but then the chip goes way, way towards the blue line. Oh, they've got to clear it, though, as Lanis was offside, so they couldn't bring it in. So matching penalties there. That's going to be Hoffmeyer and Knight in. And the shot goes in, and once again, Ott will stop it. So it's 1:43 left to go on either penalty, 4:36 left to go in the first period. Right now the Blades up by a pair. Face-off in the Blades zone. And goes back to Spooner now. Oh, boy! Spooner got it right to Prevost, and before Brittany Ott could react, Prevost fires it right in. I guess that one you could say was Spooner fed.
That looked like a set play from Toronto. Prevost was sitting up there on the top of the circle, already ready to take the shot, so.
Just right off the face-off, just one bing bang, and all of a sudden, boom. All of a sudden, Boston 2, now Toronto 1. Toronto getting on the board and cutting this lead in half. Face-off won by the Blades. It goes back now to Gagliardi. We're still 4-4 for another minute and a half. Cohan Chuck now with it. Chips it over to Arts. So it's Prevost from Spooner. And now the puck goes behind the Boston net. With it there is Lamoureux. And Lamoureux being back-checked heavily by Arts. Arts keeps it in, passes it back to Kohanchuk. Nice heads-up play. Goes back to Arts. Arts chips it over to Duluth, but one pass too many. Here comes Casey Pickett with it now. Pickett over to Lamoureux. Lamoureux on the rush. Going wide. She's looking to set up Pickett in front. And just tried to basically jam it in the side, but nothing doing there. Now the Furies will bring it back. 3:49 left to go in period number 1. 53 seconds left to go on the coincidental minors to Knight and Hoffmeyer. And with it right now, that's Bozek behind the net being checked there by Jillian Dempsey. Spooner's going to pitch in, and she's got it right now. She's got a helper, and she's looking for more. She streaks through center ice, gets over the blue line, going wide on the left wing side, tries to set up somebody in front. They had Prevost set up on the open side, but they just couldn't get the puck to her. Nice little move there by Watchhorn as she chips it in well ahead of the rushing forward. It's going to be icing. Just couldn't connect with Jillian Dempsey, and so the action will come back all the way to the Blade zone with 3:22 left to go. 2-1 Boston.
It's great speed from Spooner there. She's one of those players that you really have to know when she's on the ice, because she can really change the course of a game in one shift. So the Blades are very aware when she's on the ice.
She's out there right now. Spooner to take the face-off, going up against Jillian Dempsey. Dempsey wins it. And with it now is Watchorn. She stops for a moment and passes up and trying to get around the heavy checking there. Not able to, though, is Fratkin. Goes back in the corner now. Watchorn corrals it for the Blades. Pass up the boards to Fratkin. That's taken away. And once again, Toronto on the march. And, loose puck in front. They had it to Prevost, but she just couldn't deliver on it. And there's a race for the puck now to center ice. And just getting a stick in there is Spooner. And that shot goes in well outside the blue line. Easily taken there by Brittany Ott. And here come the Blades once again. Megan Duggan has it right now. She gets it from Bolden, gets it up to Cottrell now. And going down there with it now, that's Hillary Knight. Both players are out right now. And let's see, going out of the zone is the puck now. Blake Bolden gets it. Nice cross-ice pass to going over now. And chipped up there by Casey Bellamy. And then after the whistle, a little collision there between Michelle Bonello and Hillary Knight as we had a whistle. And it was offside. So we'll bring the face-off just back outside the Toronto blue line. And the face-off won there by Denna Lang. Shot goes in. It was probably going high and wide anyway, but Small taking no chances, knocks it off the glass with the blocker. Battle for it now in the left wing corner. Trying to come out with it there is Bozek. She just chips it behind the net and around the boards. And Corey Chevry will get there first. She passes back now to Molson, who gets it back over. And here come the Furies with it once again. Moving out there, that's Julie Allen. They're 3 wide, 3-on-2 for the moment. And however, they weren't able to deftly move the puck into the zone. As a result, it's going to be another offside call, I believe.
Looks like they flipped it out of the rink, actually.
Okay.
I think the Blades are doing a great job of matching the physicality of Toronto right now. Toronto's a big, strong team, and the Blades are using that physicality for their advantage right now.
Face-off won by the Furies, goes to Molson now. She's just going to scale it right into the Boston zone. Played behind the net there by Ott. She'll just stop it and then hand it off to Casey Bellamy. Up the boards now. Here come the Blades once again. Pass by Lannis, and the Kazumi has it now. Jess Kazumi moving through. Onside. Lannis has it now. Tried to chip it up. Couldn't quite get it over to Jordan Smelker. And let's see, Smelker's got it right now. She's going to pass it back to the left point. It goes right past Lamoureux, and it's going to bounce and wind up in Toronto hands. And Zamora with a pass there, but nice job by Smelker getting back and getting in the path of that one, just knocking it wide and making it easy for Monique Lamoureux to corral it. She's broken up, though, by Wilson. And Carrie Madamo back there, too. Blades right now just scaling along the boards, trying to get something, and winds up going out of the zone. French has it now. French over to Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer fans on the pass, though. Blades have an opportunity with it right now, moving wide. That's Smelker once again. Shot in, and the save there by Small. And there's a big pile up in front of the net.
Great move by Smelker, really taking that ice and getting a power move right to the center of the ice there to really increase her angle on Sammy Jo Small. Great shot.
Nice save, too, by Small. 1:02 left to go in the first period, and right now Boston's still leading by a score of 2-1. The goals for Boston, Fratkin and Lannis. Prevost for the Blades. Watchorn with a shot in, goes off a bunch of sticks in front, and right now they're going to try and turn around into attack, but kept in. Nice job there. Duggan has it now. Duggan, beautiful job there by Bonello. Duggan tried to make the centering pass across, but Bonello went down and got in the way, and Furies come out with it now. Here's Spooner with it once again. Natalie Spooner, big shot there, and just a glove save there by Brittany. Gets it in that big lobster trap, just hangs onto it, and we will have a face-off in the Boston zone.
It's a great defensive play by Bonello there. She went, laid all the way down the ice there to defend that pass against Duggan, and she had just gotten hit with a shot in the leg there, so it was good to see her up and making great plays.
Face-off won by the Furies. They get it back to the point now for Bozek. Pass over. Spooner lets one go, and a blocker save there by Brittany Ott. Cohan-Chuck has it now. I'm sorry, yes, it is Cohan-Chuck, actually. And now Vela chips it back for Duluth. Spooner gets it up back along the boards to Cohan-Chuck. Cohan-Chuck right now. Right wing boards. Bounces basically does a board pass to herself. And it's behind the net once again. And they're just moving it back and forth looking for the opportunity. They put it out in front, but no, the only person there is Megan Duggan. Blades have it right now. Could be a 3-on-2. Hillary Knight on it right now. Full gallop. Hillary Knight with a shot. And it goes wide. And the rebound, ensuing shot basically, went right in, and Small got that one easily. And that'll be the end of the period. And it's 2-1 right now in favor of the Boston Blades. Good first period of hockey, Kate.
That was a great first period, and Toronto was trying to take advantage of just 40 seconds left in the game there, put Janelle Cohenchuk out there and with Spooner. That's not their normal line, but trying to take advantage. But Boston almost went right back down the ice there.
Yeah, you
shot right off the post.
You gamble with speedy players like Knight and Kazumi at your peril. I believe they're lining up our first period guest right now, who I believe will be Jillian Dempsey, and as soon as they're ready, we'll get you over to that. But before we talk to Jillian Dempsey, let's talk to Kate Buser a little bit. Let's talk about you. How did you get interested in hockey in the first place?
I was born in Florida, moved around a lot. My dad was in the Navy, and we ended up in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. And my mom kind of looked around and said, "What do people do up here?" And the answer was ice hockey. So my older brother started a year before I did, and then my twin brother and I got started as well. So I was a little late to the game. I started at 9 years old, but didn't affect my course of hockey through the years. So
take us through the journey: high school, college.
Yeah. So in high school I played for Brewster Academy, which is in my hometown. And when I wasn't playing for the school team, I was also playing club. My first couple of years, I skated with the Seacoast Lightning down out of Exeter, New Hampshire. And my last 2 years, I skated with Assabet Valley. The only reason being I was able to get my license at the age of 16.
Nice.
Because my parents didn't want to drive me 2 hours, but I did. So, and ended up getting recruited to Harvard. Played there for 4 years, and just had a great time under Katie Stone there, and developing as a player, and afterwards got the chance to play for the Blades, which is always fun.
We talk a lot about Coach Murphy, obviously, not just a legend in the CWHL rankings, but obviously a huge college legend. And talking about Katie Stone, she's a legend too. We'll talk about her in a little bit. But right now, my understanding is we have got the player interview, and right now Kayla McDonald's going to be talking to the Blades' own Jillian Dempsey. Kayla, take it away.
Okay, we're here this afternoon at the end of the first with Jillian Dempsey. Jillian, last night in the Blades season opener, you had an awesome night, a hat trick of the season, fantastic. 2-1 at the end of the first. It looks like Toronto's playing a little harder today. How does it feel out there?
It's getting pretty physical, and it's a fast-paced game. We're always happy to be able to play these teams twice, and it's good fast-paced hockey, and there's a lot of pride out there on the line, and everybody's working hard, and it's a pretty close game. So we're hoping to put a few more in the net and get ourselves some insurance. Yeah.
That's terrific. Well, listen, go take a look for the second period. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, best of luck.
Thank you.
Score stands right now, the Boston Blades 2 and the Toronto Furies 1. What we're going to do right now is take a little break, and we'll be back for more Boston Blades hockey right here on CWHL.com and also New England Hockey Showcase. Let's go over the scoring right now. Starting out, first goal of the game came at 5:56 actually of the first period, and that goal scored by number 8. That's Kaylee Fratkin. The assist going to number 56, Jess Kazumi, and at number 18, one of the other new faces, Jordan Smelker, and that made it 1-0 at the time. And then the next one, actually, which we saw at 12:43, another Blades goal. It was actually a nice goal by Rachel Lannis, who basically was along the boards and then just basically took the puck and ran right toward the net with it, right along the goal line, and just snuck it between the pads of the goaltender, Sammy Jo Small. Bolden with a nice pass on that, too. And that connection there earned the Boston Blades a 2-0 lead at the time. Then off a face-off at about 15:27, Natalie Spooner won the face-off, got it right to Caroline Prevost. Prevost slammed it right into the goal and made it 2-1, and that's where we stand right now. Once again, some new names here. Some of the names we talked about a little bit, some we haven't really talked about yet. But the new names you see on the Blades roster this year, you've got number 4, Alyssa Gagliardi. Also Janine Weber, number 6, Kaylee Fratkin, number 8. New face, not a new face to women's hockey. We've seen her play with the national team, but she's new to the Blades, Monique Lamoureux. Also Megan Myers, Tara Watchhorn, someone else we've seen on the national team as well. Brianna Decker, we've heard that name around before. Jordan Smelker, actually believe Smelker has got an assist already on that goal by Kaylee Fratkin. Jenny Potter, Dana Lang, Bray Ketchum, and those are the new faces that you've seen this year so far with this Blades club. And one of the stalwarts, one of the ladies we've been talking about for the last couple of years, Kate Buser, joining us in the booth. And once again, Kate, just about getting set to face this one off. And your thoughts so far?
It's just been a great game, really physical, high speed back and forth. And, Toronto's, they have great resiliency. They're never out of a game. So it's always fun to watch these two teams to duke it out here. So.
Well, obviously hoping things continue in this current direction. By the way, I was looking at my roster. One of the names and one of the new faces I should mention too is Dana Lang. We talked about her a little bit already, but she's one of the new faces.
Yeah, so I've known Dana for a very long time.
Okay.
Dennis Lang was the coach at Assabet, so he was my coach when I was 16 years old, and it's a great family. A couple of their daughters are now at Harvard, so one of them's a goalie there, another forward. So. Dana herself went to Princeton, so I know that her mom loves the Harvard-Princeton games. So
interesting name for a school too. Do you play for Assabet? You bet you're. Never mind. So, anyway,
well, we're kind of thought of as the evil empire of women's youth hockey. So.
Oh, you wear pinstripes and New York insignias?
Essentially.
Sorry, wrong evil empire.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot of other great programs out there, and again, it goes to. Women's hockey just growing as a sport.
Face-off won by Megan Arts for the Toronto Furies. However, the Blades take over once the puck goes into the Furies zone. With it now is Hillary Knight in the corner, all the way back to Gagliardi at the point. She passes back looking for Hillary Knight, but it's intercepted by Tessa Bonham. She's able to pass it up a little bit. Now battle for it along the boards as Megan Duggan gets involved there. Dempsey passes back to Lamoureux. She loses it for a little bit, gets it, and then puts it right through Gagliardi's feet. Gagliardi going through it right now, and she gets it back over to Lamoureux. Lamoureux, just a little bit of a backhanded pass over to Duggan off the boards, and she passes to Gagliardi, goes a little ahead of her. Long pass up for Hillary Knight, goes through her though. But apparently she did make contact, no icing. And Bonello now trying to chip it out. Dempsey's got it now behind the net. Nice little bit of a Dempsey doodle there. Trying to get it in front of Megan Duggan. Just couldn't connect with her. Duggan's got it now. Pass back to Casey Bellamy at the point. Casey Bellamy moving up a little bit. Gets past Prevost. Still moving up. Chips around the net looking for Jillian Dempsey. Dempsey is almost able to get it, but Kohanchuk takes it now. But then she's broken up. Blades in there. Dempsey's still in there, still battling, and it's loose now and chipped in, and puck winds up actually sticking to Hillary Knight. Knight's got it now. She's onside, right, left faceoff circle, shot in, and the save there by Small. We think. One of those telltale look behind her. I don't know where it is. That's always one of those scary moments, especially like in an overtime where the goalie stops it, but they're not sure, so you see him look back, and all of a sudden your respiration just stops. Face-off in the Fury zone after the save by Small. Linus to take it for the Blades, going up against Alyssa Baldwin, and Baldwin actually chips it ahead, tried to get it to Chevry. Linus, trying for goal number 2. Able to get over to Kazumi now. Kazumi back to Linus. Now Linus tried to pass it to Kazumi in front, couldn't do it, and Chevry, nice little bit of stick handling there, getting around the check of Bolden, and she actually misses on that one though, fanned on that one. Furies get it now, and Molson just chips it into the Boston zone. Played there behind the net by Ott, who leaves her for Bolden. Goes past Bellamy. Trying to get it there is Kazumi. Kazumi battling Allen. And she just tries a little bit of a flip pass, enough to get it out of the zone, but then it's chipped right back in by Shannon Molson. Kazumi and Baldwin collide, and with it right now, here's Bellamy. Bellamy puts it in next gear, and she's able to just backhand it right into the Fury zone. She gets over the red line, so no worry about icing there. Furies have it now in their own zone, moving out, and pass goes through, actually, Allen and Watchhorn, and getting it there now is Kaylee Fratkin. Fratkin on the move. Bounces a pass off the boards, and that is going to be, I guess they waved it off. Looked like that was icing. At least I saw one arm go up, but then, so I was expecting that. And a battle behind the net is Ott plays it on the back boards, but Spooner gets in there as well. Loose puck, Hoffmeyer in front, and a shot in, and a beautiful glove save there by Brittany Ott. Oh, that was a beauty.
That was a great save. Almost caught a little out of position there going to play the puck behind the net, but just got right back, right in time, and made a beautiful save.
Yeah, if you're alone playing the puck and have no help, the last person you want to see driving right in on you is Natalie Spooner.
Yeah.
17:28 left to go in period number 2 right now. Face-off in the Boston zone. Boston up by a goal, 2-1, and they win the face-off. Gotten by Cottrell, who gets it over to Fratkin once again, who chips it around the boards, and now it's coming all the way back around the boards, back to Fratkin. And she tries to chip it up ahead. Hoffmeyer gets it, but puts it right on the body of Tara Watchorn. Watchorn's got it now, and she passes up. Nice little pass there to Casey Pickett. Pickett's got some room to run. She's headed for the right wing corner behind the net, trying to set somebody up in front, but really nobody there. With it now is Cook. Cook chips it past Pickett. She's able to get it now, and she chips it back for Cook now. Cook behind the net with it. Being checked there by French. Oh, backhanded pass in front. Nobody was expecting it, I think, including Pickett. And here comes Toronto with it now. Spooner with a nice pass up to Vela. Vela has to stop to catch up with it and winds up getting ridden off the play there by Fratkin. And with it now is Watchorn. Watchorn with a pass, tried to get it up to Pickett. Intercepted there by Bonham and brought through now Wilson with a shot. Zamora with a shot in there. And once again, Brittany Ott getting the pads down, getting wide, and basically getting the save.
Yeah, Fratkin did a really great job of protecting the puck with her body there. Just, you know, taking a position between the puck and her player, and using her defensive partner, Tara Watchorn.
Once again, a face-off in the Blades zone, and it's won by the Blades. Goes back now to Lamoureux. Around the boards, Gagliardi trying to clear it. It's knocked back in by Zamora. Giving chase now for the Blades. That is, once again, that's Dana Lang. Gagliardi has it now. Cross-ice pass, and they get it right up. And here comes, right now, that's Janine Weber. Weber in the face-off circle, and the save there by Small. Trying to get it there is Lang. Just takes a swat at the rebound, can't get it through. Pass now back to the point. Over from Lamoureux over to Gagliardi. And they tried to get it in once again, but they couldn't. Shot in now, Gagliardi. I believe that might have been blocked in front. I didn't see there were a bunch of players in there. It was either a block or a save by
Looked like a
Small.
block by Bonello there.
Okay, so it was Michelle Bonello with the block there. And Blades trying to come out and actually go back in, I should say. Fury's trying to come up, and puck goes off a stick, and with it right now, that's Ketchum. Ketchum tries a centering pass to Lang. Doesn't quite connect. Dempsey in there as well, but the Furies get it out. Now Corey Madamo just scales it into the Boston zone as the Furies change out and get some new fresh legs out there on the ice. Brought back now with it once again is Bellamy. Bellamy loses the puck though to Prevost. Prevost has a goal already. Bellamy's able to get the puck back though, gets it over to Bolden now. She passes it off the boards now to Hillary Knight. Gets it to Dempsey now. Dempsey has Duggan, but Duggan can't catch up with it. Tried to control it a little bit. However, clearing attempt intercepted by Dempsey, I should say. And now with it, here come the Furies once again. With it there, that's Prevost again. She goes wide, leaves a drop pass, nobody home, and here come the Blades with a possible opportunity here. Knight's got it, she's got Dempsey. Hillary Knight with a shot in, and the blocker save there by Small. Just ricochets right out, bangs off the glass, and comes back into play. Well, I shouldn't say come back into play because it really never went out of play, but I think you kind of know what I mean. But it doesn't matter because it's icing, and we'll have a face-off anyway. And with 14:44 left to go in period number 2, it's still 2-1 in favor of the Boston Blades.
Opportunity here for the Blades. You know, on the icing you can't change, so we got some tired Toronto players. So let's see if they can take an opportunity here and put one in the back of the net.
Linus to take the face-off for the black and gold. 14:44 left to go in period number 2. And she's able to win it back to Watchorn now. Watchorn gets it on the backhand, high in the slot, moving over now toward the right point, I should say. And gets it now to Smelker. Smelker moving with it along the left wing boards. Pass back to Rachel Lannis once again. Lannis just holding. Gets it over to Kazumi. They try and move it a little closer in, but now with it there, that's Smelker. Gets it over now to Kazumi. Kazumi stops, takes a shot, and that bounces and goes wide. Rebound attempt, not much mustard on that one by Lannis. And the Furies look to clear once again. Lannis, nice job there, getting the stick in the way. Pass attempt just went off the shaft of the stick, and once again the Blades bring it back into attack. Smelker's got it now. Drop pass for Kazumi. Kazumi with a shot, and I believe that was stopped once again by Small.
That was all a bad change by Toronto. Again, those tired players, and Boston was looking to take advantage of that.
Speaking of bad opportunities in your own zone there, Cottrell almost had it. It was a huge giveaway, and she almost had it right up the slot. Luckily, for Toronto, I should say, they came back and broke her up in time, but not a good play there by Toronto in their own zone. With it right now. Once again, that's Cottrell. Gets it over to Fratkin. And the play moves over now to Casey Pickett. Pickett trying to get some open space. And she's just going to pass it over on the wing. And they tried to go across the crease. They had Cottrell waiting in the open side. Just couldn't get it to her. Cook has it now. Back behind the boards. Almost behind. Actually, I should say back behind the net. And let's see, we've got a puck here. Did it ever come down? I think it's in the
I think
it's
it
in the
might be
rafters.
staying up there. It's a break for Toronto there. The puck going out of play there because they had some very tired defensemen out there and desperately needed a change.
Souvenir time. Quick, get me some bubble yum and a yo-yo. See if I can fish that thing off the rafters. 13-17 left to go in period number 2, and so far 2-1 in favor of the Blades. Face-off won by Toronto. That's Duluth with it, but it's taken away by the Blades, and Gagliardi now pass in for Hillary Knight. Knight has it now. She passes behind the net over to Megan Duggan. Loose puck in front. Dempsey couldn't get to it in time. And Duggan goes down now in a heap into the boards. And they try and pass it out, and they don't get it to Spooner, but they do get it to Duluth, and here comes Toronto. Possible 2-on-1. Vela, they can't get it though. And it's probably gonna be a penalty on Hillary Knight as she basically went to stop the break, but wound up riding the attacking player right into the net and her own goaltender. And I believe that was Jessica Vela, who went for a bit of a ride there.
I was going to say a great back check by Hillary Knight. It still was being able to stay with a speedy player like that, and it's one of the great things about Hillary as a player. She plays up and down both ends of the ice and with that same tenacity. So she got a penalty this time, but that's the effort that you want to see from your forwards coming back through the neutral zone.
In this particular occasion, she did play up, but now the Blades are down one player. They're down one skater, and they're on the penalty kill now. Toronto on the power play, and they win the face-off. Goes out to Spooner at the point. Now with it is Prevost. Deep for Duluth. Back over to Prevost. To the point now to Spooner. Spooner with a shot in, deflected. Might have hit a couple of sticks. Wound up going wide, and a loose puck comes outside the zone. And Toronto's going to have to reset. Bozak tries a pass to Spooner off the boards. A couple of people collide, can't get it, and now it's chipped into the Toronto zone by Jillian Dempsey. And now Dempsey forechecking deep. Nice job killing some time on this penalty. Nice job there by Jillian Dempsey of the Blades. Here come the Furies now through center ice with it is Spooner. Spooner runs into a brick wall with the name Bellamy. Puck does wind up in the Boston zone. Bolden just trying to scale it out, and there's nobody at the left point. So that one will go all the way down. Nice little FedEx clear there by Blake Bolden. And here comes Toronto once again with it. Here's Natalie Spooner once again over the blue line, over the red line, I should say, now over the blue line. She stops, holds up at the point, passes now to Bonello. A little bit of a touch pass there, tried to get it over to Alyssa Bolden. Megan Arts has it now. Chevry sneaking up in the slot, trying to get the opportunity, but nobody could get it to her. Still on the power play for another 45 seconds is Toronto. Goes now to Spooner. Spooner right point. And a little bit of a sweep check attempt there by Kazumi. Shot goes in. Loose puck and tied up at the side. And once again, Brittany Ott sharp there. And the shot goes in, and she's able to tie it up before anyone else can get to it.
Great job by Jess Kazumi there, getting down low and really taking away time and space from that defenseman. And that's what you're trying to do on these power plays, is block as many, or penalty kills, is block as many shots as you can and really kind of disrupt that power play.
Well, if you're about to give up a shorthanded goal, it wouldn't be bad to block a shot on the power play as well. But
exactly.
And right now the puck after the face-off winds up going along the right wing boards, and with it now that's Bonham. Bonham with a shot in. Oh boy, that just trickled wide of the net. Ott was down and already had her position set. Luckily the puck did trickle wide of that far post, and with it now behind the net, that's Corey Chevry. Back to the point now, that's Bonham. And then she loses it actually, so once again Toronto will have to reset. Just 15 seconds left to go on the advantage as Toronto knocks it back into the zone, giving chase right now. That's Tara Watchhorn for the Blades. And it's chipped out once again. Nice job there by Kaylee Fratkin. Fires it all the way down the ice. 3, 2, 1. And Hillary Knight will come out of the box. And the Blades will get the skater back as a bunch of the skaters meet up at center ice. Gagliardi tries to put it ahead, but it goes off Bonello. Battle of the fours there. And goes into the Boston zone there. Cottrell has it, but once again, Bonello back checking there. Passes along the opposite boards, and Casey Pickett stopped up there by Zamora. Has to pass back to Gagliardi. Over to Lamoureux, back to Gagliardi now. Gagliardi pass up looking for Pickett. Goes right through her, and that's going to be icing, I believe. Indeed it is. Had the right idea, just puck just sailed a little high. If you have a chance, we learned this last year, if you have a chance to send Casey Pickett in with minimal defense, go for it.
She's got great hands, great vision on the goaltender, and just I remember playing against her in college. You just didn't want to give her those opportunities because she'd bury them every time.
I've got a little Casey Pickett story for you in a moment, but right now let's get to the face-off here in the Boston zone. We're back at even strength here and still 2-1 in favor of the Boston Blades with 10:20 left to go in the second period. Casey Pickett getting it off the face-off, and now it looks like Smelker's going to get it there. And it's knocked away, though, and Corey Manimo going for it now. Here come the Blades with it now, stopping short. That's Monique Lamoureux. Pass out to Gagliardi, and here we go. Gagliardi into the rush. And runs for a couple of players. Still has the puck. Oh, she just lost it. But she's able to pass it off now to Lamoureux. Lamoureux with a shot in deep. Tried to get a deflection off the stick of Pickett, just went wide. And the battle forward now on the left wing boards. Blades pinching in, but here come the Furies. Wilson's got it now. Wilson trying to make herself some room. She gets it out to Shannon Molson now. Molson with a pass back to Megan Bozek. Over now to Holly Carey-Manimo, and Manimo will just chip it into the Blades zone. 9:34 left to go, period number 2, 2-1 Boston, and Bolden's got it right now, but Bolden gets around Bolden, and then puck went to center ice, but then get knocked back in, and with it right now is Allen. Allen with a shot in, score! Julie Allen sneaks into the Boston zone, goes up high, top corner, puts it past Brittany Ott, and puts the Toronto Furies in a tie with the Boston Blades.
Yeah, that was just a great shot. Just right over the shoulder of Brittany Ott there. I think she may have used one of the defensemen as a screen there as well. And, just, again, we had a little loss of the puck there at the blue line, and Toronto really, put it right back down our throats on that one.
Got to be careful with that one. Face-off once again at center ice, and won by Weber. With it now is Bellamy. Pass up to Ketchum. And Ketchum will just toss it into the Toronto zone. An unassisted goal there for Julie Allen, and right now, in the words of former Bruins commentator Bob Wilson, it's all brand new and shiny. It's tied at 2. Blake Bolden with it now, passes over to Casey Bellamy. And she tries to pass it off the boards to Bray Ketchum. Zooming in there is Weber, and then she and one of the Toronto players go down in a heap in the corner there. And taking out now, that's French. Loses the puck, though. Ketchum has it now. Ketchum with a shot in and blocked in front. I don't believe it ever got to Small. Puck now on the left wing boards. Blades working with it. Weber now gets it over once again. That's Lang. Lang now with 2 Furies on her. Gets it to Ketchum. Pitching in there, I should say. That's once again Fratkin. Oh, tried to get it to Ketchum, couldn't do it. And here come the Furies in full gallop. French has it now. Nice job on the back check by Fratkin to just break her up and stop her from getting a good opportunity bringing the puck into the Boston zone. Toronto, however, does get the opportunity to get a full change, and they're coming out with fresh legs. And right now, Dempsey has it, and clearing attempt goes off of her, actually. Vela coming out with it, and shipped back into the Boston zone, and that'll be icing, actually. So as a result, we will go back to the Toronto zone for the face-off there with 8 minutes left in the second period of a tied game between Boston and Toronto.
It's really impressive there by Fratkin being able to, she's down low looking for a centering pass and able to get that back check back in position. It's just really great effort from the defenseman.
Face-off once again. Dempsey kind of sort of wins it, but then the Furies swarm all over, and now with it is Spooner going wide. Spooner over the blue line, still going wide, goes in, and that attempt, the backhand attempt going well wide of the net. Fratkin tries to roll it around the boards for Hillary Knight. Knight there collides with Bonello. And as a result, Blades once again trying to fight out of their own zone. And getting knocked down there was Watchorn. She's able to shovel the puck out, though, before she goes down. And right now it's stuck in the feet of Megan Duggan. And once again, we have a rugby scrum on skates here. Chipped back into the Boston zone. And Tara Watchorn going over, once again picking it up. And passes it up, and here comes Megan Duggan with it. Duggan, she's got Knight behind her. Drop pass for Hillary Knight. Back to Duggan. Duggan with a shot. And Small goes out wide. It tried to set up Dempsey on the opposite side. They just didn't get the puck to her. With it now, Knight with a shot in. And a block there. Went off the pad, I believe, of Jamie Jo Small. She just got it with the right pad. No one was able to get that rebound, and here come the Furies with it once again with a tied game. That's Megan Arts, who just chips it back into the Boston zone. Actually, took a weird deflection, wound up going in on Brittany Ott. She had to play it, and she will just tie it up and get the face-off in her own zone.
Yeah, the Toronto defenseman did a really great play of sweeping that puck away from Sammy Jo Small. I wasn't sure if she knew where it was, but her defenseman really saved her from Megan Duggan was crashing there. So
Arts going for the face-off against Rachel Lannis of the Blades, and Lannis actually does win it. Gagliardi goes back now for the loose puck, gets it over to Lamoureux now. Lamoureux moving out and passes up ahead, a little bit of a touch pass, and here we go. Kazumi's got it along with Smelker now. She passes it over to Smelker. Smelker going wide, tries to set up in front. They had a couple players there, Lannis and Kazumi. And let's see, the puck goes off the boards with it now is Lamoureux. Lamoureux, pass over. Cross-ice pass down to Gagliardi. Gagliardi with a shot in, and loose puck there, score! Lannis on the rebound. Small, a little bit out of position. There was a gap between her foot and the post. Rachel Lannis found it, her second goal of the game, and the Boston Blades once again have the lead.
That was a great shot from the defenseman, putting out a rebound that the Blades were able to get, and Rachel made no mistake there and just slammed it home to the back of the net.
One of those nice ones where the goalie is down and they're just able to find that little bit of real estate and just sneak it in there. Beautiful goal by Rachel Lannis, and right now the Blades are back to a 1-goal lead, 3-2, as time continues to wind down here in period number 2. Okay, so Gagliardi and Lamoureux both get the assist on that one. As the puck is in the Toronto zone now, Toronto coming out with it. And once again, that is Allen right now. Julie Allen had the last goal for the Furies. Lamoureux's got it now, passing along the boards, gets it to Kazumi, over to Lamoureux now. Lamoureux with some real estate coming in. Oh, moves in front, and a shot in, and a goal! What a move! Actually, I'm sorry, that looked like a goal, but no, it wasn't. It just went wide. Oh my God!
Post there and,
hit the post.
Found Sammy Jo Small in the back of her legs.
Oh, sorry, folks. Thought that was in, but. What's the reports to the demise of that save were greatly exaggerated because that one did happen to stay out somehow. So I thought it was for. It was a heck of a move by Lamoureux, no matter whether it went in or not, but just was not to be rewarded for that great effort as the puck comes out into center ice right now, right on the stick of Casey Bellamy. Bolden in now. Bolden with a big shot in there, goes all the way in on net, and Small's got to play it with the right pad. Cottrell has it now. Cottrell moving around the net, gets it back to Bolden. Bolden actually gets it back after the bit of a fan shot there that went off of Corey Matimo. Pass along the boards now. Cross-ice pass there by Cook over to Casey Bellamy. Now Bellamy with a shot in, trying to get a deflection off of Pickett, winds up bouncing wide. And once again, they look to chip it out, and it looked like Bolden kind of fanned on that too as they try and move it out. Bolden takes down Corey Matimo on the boards. Blades still have it, and there's a big collision there. Plenty of real estate though. Weber with it right now. Weber with a shot in, and the shot there by Sammy Jo Small. She came out, she played the angle well, and she came up with the save.
This line is doing a really great job, keeping the energy up. I think it's a really important thing is to keep your top lines rested, but be able to really keep the energy high and the attacking on. And this line of Break Ketchum has been doing a really great job of that.
Face-off once again won by Jillian Dempsey. Gets it back over now to Tara Watchhorn, who just fires it in. Back to Dempsey now as it goes off the boards. Dempsey's got it. Back to Watchhorn now. Watchhorn moving over a little bit. Over to Fratkin. Fratkin with a shot in and a save once again by Sammy Jo Small.
Good traffic in front of the net there by the Blades. Sammy's a great goalie. She's been doing this for a long time, and the easiest way to beat a goaltender is to take away their eyes, and the Blades, I think, are trying to do that right now.
But going back to the goal that wasn't, even if it didn't wind up going in, still a heck of a play there by Monique Lamoureux.
Yeah.
A great bit of stick handling there.
And I talked about it earlier where Jordan Smelker, really paid the price to take that ice to the center of the net, and it's exactly what Monique did, but.
Oh, score! Tara Watchhorn, they were moving and they had an opportunity in front. Watchhorn set it up, had some space, had some room, and just fired it. Small couldn't get to it in time, and the Blades now double their lead. And all of a sudden, they're back up to a 2-goal lead. Before they were leading 2-0. Now they're leading 4-2, and a nice shot there by Tara Watchhorn.
Just great response by this entire Boston team. All of their lines are clicking right now, and keeping that pressure on and just, keep hammering these pucks at the net.
Boston up to a 4-2 lead with 4:08 left to go in the second period. And Dempsey with it now. Wins the face-off over to Duggan. Pass goes from Lamoureux to Gagliardi. Gagliardi now passes it ahead, looking for not getting Hillary Knight, though. However, kept in by Dempsey. And let's see, behind the net. Hillary Knight gets a helper. Okay, so it's Knight with the lone assist there as the play continues. Right up to the net. Bunch of players in front, but Boston couldn't convert, and here comes Toronto now. Going wide with it there, that's Kohanchuk. Kohanchuk moving in. Nice stick check there. Nice job by Gagliardi just standing her up. And then knocked down was her defense partner, Lamoureux. And, taken down there. A couple of players go down. And we got to watch this.
It's getting a little chippy out there.
Just a bit. And this is, we were talking before about the game with the fight last year, and for a while there were a couple of liberties that were taken that weren't really called, and that's how it started and wound up in that little conflagration there. Right now, Hillary Knight has it after a nice cross-ice pass. She's over the blue line. Basically just delaying, getting some help there. She passes now. Casey Bellamy's open. She's got some real estate, but Small's got the glove, and she's able to stop it. Nice little delayed play there by Hillary Knight, pulling everyone over to her. Meanwhile, all the room in the building almost for Casey Bellamy, who got that pass and just let one go.
Yeah. It was a really fine opportunity by Hillary Knight to delay and really let the other players come up into the zone.
That's the thing. She's such a threat. You've always got to keep an eye on her, but if you watch her, the other one might just sneak by you.
Exactly. Coming
out of the zone now with it is Chevrolet as she gets the outlet pass from the Toronto zone. It's now in the Boston zone, actually. Bozak keeps it in, puts it just about right on net, and Ott won't take any chances. She will just take it and tie it up. And we'll have a face-off to the catching glove side of the Boston goaltender, Brittany Ott. Lannis once again in for the face-off along with Alyssa Baldwin, and looks like Lannis hanging on to it for a second there, almost pinning the ice under the pinning the puck, I should say, to the ice under her stick. And the pass comes out, and once again, here come the Blades with speed. Try to get it to Jessica Zumi. It just bounced off her stick and then went all the way in on Small, and she's just going to, once again, as Ott just did, don't take any chances, just get down there, trap it, and get the face-off. Meanwhile, give your players a chance to maybe change out here.
It's great to see the speed the Blades have coming out of their own zone. The line of Kazumi, Lanez, and Smelker, they've been putting forth a lot of effort today, and I think it's been showing in the speed and the opportunities that they've been creating. Paid
off in the opening goal too. Face-off won by Toronto, but then Boston getting to it in the end boards there, and Kelly Cook trying to move it up. Puck goes out now to Ashley Cottrell. Cottrell passes it back to Cook. Looking for Pickett. Pickett's going to give chase a little bit. Casey Pickett with it now. Tries to just kick it out to Blake Bolden. And with it now is Shannon Molson. Molson going behind her own net. Pass over to Julie Allen. She just puts it off the glass, but it winds up on the stick of Casey Bellamy, who then gets it to Cook. Back to Bellamy now. And Bellamy's just going to hold it for a little bit. And then just do a nice little shovel pass, backhanded right to Cook. Over to Pickett now. Pickett lets one go, and it's knocked aside there by Sammy Jo Small. And getting knocked down there for her effort there, I think, was Cook. With it now, Pickett once again. Pickett with a shot in, and just snapped out of the air and grabbed with that catching glove of the Toronto netminder, Sammy Jo Small. 1:33 left to go in the second period. If you're Toronto, you go in here down a goal, you tie it up, you're looking pretty good, but you blink twice, and all of a sudden, you're down by 2 again. As they get set for the face-off in the Toronto zone. And Dempsey wins it back to Watchorn, who has the last goal. Watchorn with a shot. That actually went off the skate of Megan Duggan. And lead pass now with us, Julie Allen. Allen, one defender to beat. Passes through, waiting for Bonham, but she couldn't get there in time. Spooner chips it toward the net, goes wide. With it now is Vela. Vela just a backhanded pass for Spooner. Spooner behind the net looking for a target. Just cruising along the left wing boards to the opposite point now to Bonham. And then it goes off the feet of Hillary Knight. And they could have had Knight on a breakaway. Unfortunately, there was some defense there. And let's see, we've got...
There's going to be an offsides call here.
For a second there, the pulse started to quicken because you saw Blade had the puck and Hillary Knight was streaking. But nice job on for the Toronto forecheck in preventing that play from happening. Because you let Hillary Knight go like that, forget it, it's over.
Yeah, Toronto's doing a good job of trying to neutralize this line right now. They're getting opportunities, but Toronto's staying right with them right now.
Yeah, you leave Hillary Knight too many open opportunities, you're going to need to put Coppertone on the back of your neck with all the red lights that are going to be going off behind you. Knight has it now, and loose puck in front. Duggan, before she can get the stick to it, it's snapped up there once again by Sammy Jo Small. 48.3 seconds left to go. And a very exciting second period. So far, we have seen 3 goals scored, as we have in the first. First period, it was 2-1 in favor of Boston, and now it's 4-2 in favor of Boston. And they get set up for another face-off now in the Toronto zone. Megan Arts to take it for the Furies and Rachel Lannis for the Blades. It's won by Arts. She then tries to backhand it ahead, but it's taken by Lannis, who gets it to Gagliardi, who chips it deep into the zone. Going back there right now is Smelker. Smelker on the boards. Leaves it back there for Kazumi. Kazumi now, a pass over to Lannis. Lannis just holding, moves over now. And cross-ice pass just outside the zone though. And Lamoureux's going to run around and reset, and the Blades bring it back in the zone now. And chipped ahead there by Kazumi, going against Bonham, and Kazumi wins that battle. Just Kazumi along the boards, taken there once again by Smelker. Smelker, backhanded pass, tries to get it to Kazumi. Battle for it along the boards, and she scraps for it there with Bonham. And let's see, puck goes on towards the net. And coming out with it right now, here's Toronto. Toronto on the move, that's Megan Bozek. And that's going to do it, that's the end of the period. So you could say Toronto had a bit of the momentum heading into the first intermission. Not really the case now, as they tie the game, but then Boston comes back with two quick ones. And right now, if you're the Toronto Furies, you're looking at a 2-goal deficit, wondering what just happened.
Yeah, I think they just, Toronto, they played really well coming out of the locker room at the beginning of the second period, and they just need to find that momentum again and tighten up a little bit defensively. Boston is spending a lot of time in their zone. So.
Well, you talk about tightening up defensively. That is one of the keys to, I think, whether those goals were scored. The first one by Lannis, it was just a rebound that she got to. Small wasn't back far enough, and there was some space between her foot and that post, and she was able to sneak it in there. And then Watchorn, once again, we were talking about Hillary Knight just leading everyone on kind of a wild goose chase, and then basically just coming in and firing that one, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, like I said in the last period, the defensemen for the Blades are doing a phenomenal job of creating offense. They're not just there to block shots in the defensive zone, and it's really showing. It's really having an effect on this game, and allowing the Blades to not only break out of their own defensive zone, but have odd man rushes and creating opportunities through that.
All right, and we're set for our second intermission interview, so let's go back down to Kayla McDonald, who has our guest from the Toronto Furies.
It's the end of the second period here in Boston, and we're here with Janelle Kohanchek. Janelle, at the beginning of the second, we saw some very strong and fast skating, and towards the end, we started to lose some of the speed and the game control. How did it go, and what might we see differently in the third period?
I think the biggest thing for us, we need the strong start gets us going, and we have that motivation at the beginning of the period, and I think we need to keep that throughout the whole 20 minutes. We let down a bit in the last 10 minutes. We played too easy, and I think our biggest thing is just putting pressure on Boston, because they're all unbelievable players, and there's so much talent, so we need to put the pressure on and get shots, and hopefully we get a few goals.
Now, I hear from others that you went to school in Boston.
I did. I went to Boston University.
So how does it feel back to be on Boston ice?
Yeah, it's really nice. I miss the city. It's an unbelievable city. My favorite city, but you can't tell anyone that in Canada.
So we'll bleep that part out of the interview.
Beep.
Yeah, I think you should.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us this afternoon, and we'll let you get back into the dressing room. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Back to our spot high above ringside here, and the score stands the Boston Blades 4 and the Toronto Furies 2. And coming up next, we've got third period action. We've got a lot more in store here. It's the Canadian Women's Hockey League, some terrific women's hockey, and we bring it to you right here live on CWHL-CA, and also as part of our cable program, New England Hockey Showcase. Third period action on the way, so if you're even thinking about doing something else, don't. Some more great hockey still to come. Back high above ringside here at the UMass Arena here, the Clark Ice Arena on the campus of UMass Boston, where right now the Boston Blades lead the Toronto Furies by a score of 4-2. Second period scoring starting with an unassisted goal by Julie Allen of Toronto to tie it up at 2. Rachel Lannis then with her goal, helpers going to Alyssa Gagliardi and also Monique Lamoureux, and that made it 3-2 in favor of Boston as they took the lead back. And then Tara Watchorn, a beautiful, beautiful shot after a great delay play by Hillary Knight, made it what it is right now, basically 4-2 in favor of the Boston Blades. And getting set up for what should be a very exciting third period of hockey, Kate Buser.
Yeah, so the Blades just need to keep hounding on the Toronto defense and supporting their goaltender Brittany Ott back there.
Right, winning the face-off, Boston, they chip it into the Toronto zone. Toronto trying to bring it up and around right now. And losing it there is Prevost. Dempsey passes back to Gagliardi and gets it to Hillary Knight now, who just tries to chip it off the boards, can't do it, being held up heavily there by Tessa Bonham. Bonello with it now, over to Kohanchuk. And she moves it up to Megan Arts now. Arts scales into the Boston zone, stopped behind the net there by Brittany Ott, and picking it up now, Monique Lamoureux. Nice little move there to get around Arts, and here we go. Lamoureux's got it, still has it. Pass up for Hillary Knight, just goes off her stick. A little too far. She was trying to set her up for a little bit of a sweep in there, but bounced off Knight's stick, corralled there by Megan Bozek, who tries to pass it to Kohanchuk, but it goes right past her. So with it right now, the Boston Blades, and goes right through the feet of Watchorn. Having to get it, there's Fratkin, and she actually can't get it, but Koizumi has it now. Koizumi for the Blades. Chips it up ahead into the zone, giving chase there, Rachel Lannis. Lannis has it now ahead of Shannon Molson. Lannis passes back to the point now. Fratkin with a shot, goes off a skate, gets it over to Lannis. Now Lannis loses the puck in the left face-off circle. Puck is cleared once again by Toronto. Brought back at the center ice by Tara Watchorn. And Watchorn gets it up to Jordan Smilker. Now Smilker with a pass to Rachel Lannis. Lannis trying to set up Kazumi, who was coming in, but the puck went off a foot. And that pass attempt going off another foot. Corey Chevrolet there, but Toronto can't move with it. And here come the Blades once again. Bolden chipping it up for Smilker once again. And looks like we're going to have an offside infringement. So as a result, they will bring the puck back to the Borough line from Bob Euchre, just a bit outside the Toronto blue line. Rachel
Alanis did just a phenomenal job of puck possession and staying with plays, and it's creating a lot of chances for not only her wingmen, but the defensemen she's with as well.
And the faceoff won once again by Cottrell right over to Pickett. Now goes cross ice, and with it there is Weber. Weber trying to go wide with it. She's battling Duluth now. Duluth will take it, and she's able to get around the forecheck of Pickett. Backhanded pass by Vela now up the boards, kept in by Blake Bolden. Puck going right wing corner, chipped around off the stick of Hoffmeyer. Hoffmeyer's got it now. Pass goes off the skates of Duluth, kept in by Weber. Pass behind the net with it now, Casey Pickett. Pickett trying to move it in front. Had Cottrell camped out there, also Weber, but just couldn't get it to him. Weber with it now. Weber gets it to Cottrell, and the shot in, and Small blocked it. Cottrell was in alone, got it off the backhand, but unfortunately couldn't get it past the goaltender. And we've got the whistle here. And it looks like might be sending somebody off here.
So an interference call on Casey Bellamy against Natalie Spooner. Those two have been, having a mini battle in the game today, and it's been great to watch. Two great players going at it, and fortunately Casey Bellamy is on the wrong end of a call here.
So once again, the Blades will be on the short end of the assignments too, as now they bring out 4 skaters since they're going to be on the penalty kill. And Hillary Knight's winning the faceoff on the PK and goes back to Lamoureux. Tries this, basically blasted around the boards, but she winds up fanning on it. Loose puck now with it is Megan Duggan. Duggan feed to Hillary Knight. Here we go. The Blades on a rush, shorthanded. Knight's got it. Pass up to Duggan. Oh, she just knocked off the puck by Spooner there. And now Toronto brings it back. Kohanchuk now over the blue line. Goes back to Prevost. Back to the point now to Bozek. Bozek fanning on that pass. And diving in there. That's a beautiful play there by Megan Duggan.
An even nicer one by Natalie Spooner, keeping that puck in the zone there.
True, very true. And pass in. Oh, another nice play there by Duggan. It kind of shows you why she's got that little piece of the alphabet there on her on the front of her jersey there, the one that says C.
One of the great
I'm sorry,
things
actually, C or an A, or is it?
It's just Kazumi on this team right now.
Okay.
It's the other team you're thinking of, I think.
Oh, okay. No, actually, I just saw the CWHL logo, and I had one of those brain
Boston
moments.
Blades penalty killers do a really great job of using their stick to take away passing options. That's what Megan Duggan was able to do and create an opportunity.
Bonham there. Oh, shot goes off. Oh, my goodness, a little bit of a dangerous play there. Bonham put a shot toward the net, just a kind of a lazy floater, but then it bounced off a stick and all of a sudden became kind of a knuckleball. Brittany Ott had to respond and get to it, and she did. Of course, Boston's still shorthanded and will be for another 45 seconds. They still hold a 4-2 lead. Face-off in the Boston zone, taking it now. That'll be Rachel Lannis going up against Alyssa Bolden. And Baldwin tries to chip it ahead for Megan Arts. Arts has it now. Goes back to the right point now. Bonello's there. Back to Arts. And then Arts gets it over. Tried to get it to Chevry, but then puck goes right past her. She's checked along the boards. Centering pass in front. Arts can't get a clean stick to it. And it's knocked wide to the boards by the Boston defense. And then blasted out by Watchorn. I think it went off Baldwin. That one's going to leave a mark. Arts tried to chip it in front, but that pass went a little errant. Lannis with it now. Gets some space. Gets it over to Watchorn now. 13 seconds left to go on the Boston penalty. Bonello with a shot in. Goes through everybody. Winds up going wide. Just 3 seconds left to go on the Toronto power play. And they try and move it up front. We're even strength once again. And they get the player back. And the play continuing in the Toronto zone. Bonham tries to chip it ahead. Goes off the skate of Fratkin. She's able to get it and then get it to the stick and pass it to Kelly Cook. Cook there, though, taken off the puck by the forechecking of Katie Wilson. And then Wilson gets it taken away by Watchorn. Meanwhile, Toronto trying to change players out and trying to come out with it there, Kelly Cook, but the puck is knocked away from her, kept inside the zone. Boston still battling in their own real estate. That's just going to be a shot around the boards right now. Try and get it there now is Jordan Smelker. Smelker battling with Zamora and another Fury in there. And it's going to be tied up, and we'll just get a face-off. And it'll be...
Looks like another penalty call. Checking, not sure who's that on. By number 11 here, Tara Watchorn, another Boston Blades penalty.
Okay, so right after they killed off that last penalty to Knight Watchorn, and we were just checking to see who's getting that penalty, and indeed they're getting that penalty for checking. So there you go. So as a result, Boston shorthanded once again. Toronto sensing momentum here. Deleuze on the face-off, but Spooner at the point. You've got to watch out for her. She's got it right now, in fact. And then backhands it over to Prevost. Prevost back to Spooner. Spooner with a big shot. Nice block by Hillary Knight. Just kneeled down, got right in front of that one and knocked it aside. Bolden trying to get out with it now. And she's in the backboards. Chip toward the net. Ooh, a bit of a dangerous play there, but Casey Bellamy able to skate in front of her own goal and then just fire it down the length of the ice. 14:32 left to go in regulation, and right now, Boston still with a 2-goal lead, but right now Toronto with a 1-skater advantage, and here they come right in through center. And with it now going over is Spooner. Spooner gets over the blue line and then is checked. Nice job there once again by Blake Bolden. They go after it now in the backboards. And loose puck there. Cohan Chuck tried to chip it back. And going for it now, that's Bellamy. Bellamy's got it. And she chips ahead to Hillary Knight now. Knight with it. She's just going to hang on to it. Battle with Spooner a little bit and then just fire it into the back of the Toronto zone. 1 minute left to go on the Boston penalty. Toronto still on the power play. And almost a lead pass taken away there by Jess Kazumi. Brought in by Toronto though finally, but Spooner broken up. Nice play there once again by Alyssa Gagliardi. Was having a pretty good game so far. She's done some good things on defense, and she's getting assists too. And here comes Toronto with it once again. Over to Corey Chevry now. And she passes over to Baldwin. Baldwin back to the point. Quick pass over. Bonham's got it now. Bonham goes off of Lamoureux in front and goes into the protective netting above the glass behind Brittany Ott. And as a result, we will have a face-off in the Boston zone with 29 seconds left to go in the Tara Watchorn penalty. 13:26 left to go in the third period.
Great job by Casey Bellamy in the first half of that penalty kill, playing the body and playing physical and in the end coming out with the puck.
Face-off comes back to Bonham. Bonham passes it now. Gets it to Bonello, but Bonello passes to Arts. Chevry there, trying to center it. Nothing doing there. Blades once again fire it down the length of the ice. 15 seconds left to go on the Boston penalty. Bonham going back right now. And she passes back to Bonello. The Furies may not even have one more look at this because 2-1, the penalty is expired. And now they get the skater back, and that skater is Casey Pickett. And she comes charging right in, goes right after Bonello. Bonello just drops it there. And here come the Furies with it once again. Bit of a, not even a saucer pass. That was higher than a saucer pass. It's like a UFO pass, but Blades pick it off now with his Weber. Nice drop pass to Pickett. Tried to get it back to Weber, but taken away there. Toronto gets their sticks in the way. That's why the coach always says, keep your sticks on the ice. Vela, though, they almost kept her on the ice there. In fact, I think her stick is now on the ice as she was broken up by a couple of Blades acting in tandem, and the puck now leaves the Blade zone going back to center ice. And with it there is Allen, who has it taken away there. I believe that was Smelker with that takeaway. And Toronto backpedaling. Now what they should be doing midway through the third period with a 2-goal deficit. And going in there was, I believe that was Corey Manamo, who basically gets traffic coned by Hillary Knight. And here come the Blades. It's Knight, it's Pickett. Knight moving in, the shot in, and the save by Small. Where is it? I think it's somewhere in the equipment, but nonetheless, the name may be Small, but today, so far, for certain occasions, she's come up huge in that Toronto net.
Yeah, just great save, able to squeeze her arm against her body and keep Hillary Knight's shot out there.
But that was one of those ones, again, where the head kind of turned, you're like, whoa! Always a scary one there. Face-off in the Toronto zone, won by Dempsey. Back to Watchorn now. Watchorn has a goal. She gets it ahead, tried to get it to Duggan, went past her, and then passed around the boards by Jillian Dempsey. Duggan's got it now, and just outside the zone. And they can't chip it back in. That was Fratkin with it. Oh, Megan Duggan falling down, but still able to get the puck away. Nice job there. Centering pass knocked away in front there by Watchorn. Megan Duggan with it once again there. Megan Duggan almost kind of looked like harness racing for a second there. She had a player hanging on to her. Watchorn with it now. Taken away by Prevost. Oh, what a stick check there. A poke check by Brittany Ott saves the day. A defensive lapse. They had it coming in, and Ott just came up huge with it now. Knight on 1 foot, puts it toward the net, and it's loose, and it's in front. And Small is on top of it, and bit of an anxious moment there in the Boston zone.
Yeah, but who wasn't anxious is Brittany Ott. She really just took control, stayed calm, and made a great play with the poke check there. So that's what you want in a goaltender, is to stay calm and
not just calm, but confident to take a chance like that.
Exactly.
Face-off won by Lannis, back to Lamoureux, but the puck goes just outside the zone. She'll hold it there and then pass it ahead off the boards, and Kazumi chips it back in. And it's headed for the back of the net now. Rachel Lannis actually is taking it there. And chipped up ahead by Bozek over to Spooner. Now Spooner with a feed, and it goes right in. That's Jessica Vella who put it right on Brittany Ott. She steers it aside easily. And now Lamoureux gets through 2 Furies, and she sets it up. And with it there was Smelker. Tried to get it to Kazumi, but might have been a case there, maybe one pass too many.
Yeah, I think Smelker had more time than she thought she did, and probably should have carried it there. And why she's looking up at the ceiling now, I think she knows that as well. But sometimes you don't need to be too fancy; just need to get it over the line and forecheck the heck out of it.
Cottrell was taking the face off for the Blades, but it's won by Toronto. And with it now is Spooner, and she's just going to backhand it into the Boston zone. Actually goes right past Brittany Ott along the boards, and they try and chip it out in front. And with it there right now is Deleuze once again, but it's taken away by Gagliardi. Gagliardi passes up, and here come the Blades once again. That's Cook. Cook gets it over to Pickett. Casey Pickett over the blue line. Left face-off circle now. Going deep, trying to set somebody up in front perhaps. Well, she's just going to basically make an orbit of the net. Nice little play by Bolden, and I think she might have hit the post there. Nice little sidestep there. Beautiful stick handling, but not able to make the red light go lighty, as they say.
Yeah, Casey Pickett did a great job of delaying there, and versus what we saw of Hillary Knight delaying up high. Casey Pickett was delaying, around the net, waiting for those defensemen to get up, and Blake Bolden made a really, really great move and a great shot. Almost a goal there.
By the way, as they say, lighty? Whoever said that? I think I'm making up new terms here. Face-off won by Toronto, and French has it now behind her net. Check there by Pickett, but she's able to get the puck back. Then moves the other way as Kelly Cook swoops in as well. She just gets it along the boards, a little bit of a tic-tac-toe pass, and with it now is Megan Arts. Arts with a couple of Blades pursuing her. And she is able to chip it all the way into the Boston zone, to the backboards. Blake Bolden and Arts battling for it now. Chip goes in, and they try to redirect, but it went wide. That was Prevost once again. And the puck being held now by Blake Bolden. Bolden behind her own net. Passes back, bounces off the boards, and gets it over to Casey Bellamy, who gets it to Pickett now, but pass just a little off target. She had to stretch the stick out and couldn't control the puck as it went off the blade of her stick. Oh, and a fan pass there by Bolden. Pickett's got it now. And it goes back in as she just backhands it right into the zone. And the Blades change up, and right now on the move here's Bonello. She's able to get it into the Boston zone with speed. However, not before she went over that red line, so as a result, it's icing, and it's coming all the way back. 9:05 left to go in the third period so far. Blades still leading 4-2.
One great thing the Blades are doing is making sure they have pressure when their lines are changing. So one player keeps staying out there and pressuring the Toronto defense, so they can't just do a quick ups, which is a really great defensive play.
Face-off won by Dempsey, goes back to Fratkin. She shoots in the middle of a sea of players, and it comes out, and here come the Furies with it once again. Shot right to Allen, but then Watchorn ties it up. And it's coming back the other way with it now. Knight with some space. Nice moving. And let's see here. Oh, my goodness. Knight, a little bit of a stick handling there, but just couldn't really get a clean shot off. For that matter, neither could I. My tongue just went absolutely AWOL on that one. Let's see here. It goes back now. Fratkin chipping in, stepping ahead, but they're not able to keep the puck in the zone. And with it now is Dempsey. Dempsey goes back to Watchorn once again. And Watchorn pass through, winds up on the stick of Tessa Bonham. Almost broken up there by a charging Hillary Knight. And here comes Spooner with it now. Spooner moving on Watchorn. And then just, whoa! A little bit of a blooper there as Watchorn and Duluth came in there. Puck went off a stick somewhere, and all of a sudden it was a blooper. Luckily, Brittany Ott was able to extend her equipment and bat that one away. And the puck now at center ice, almost chipped ahead by Hillary Knight with it. Oh, Kazumi almost had it too. Nice defense there by Shannon Molson. She's got it now, and she'll rush with it. Makes a shot, and a nice save there by Brittany Ott, and she'll just tie it up and to get the face-off there. Nice couple of plays there by Shannon Molson, who obviously great pedigree in that family because she's got a brother who plays in the NHL.
Because we all wish we had a brother playing in the NHL, but it's great. I'm sure she was able to learn from her brother and become the player that she was today.
Actually, the way that I've seen her play in these Boston-Toronto games I've seen, he should be saying, hey, I'm Shannon Molson's brother. That's the way I look at it. As the puck comes out of the Boston zone and it goes all the way back and chipping it ahead there once again, it's French, and it's on the near boards right now. Carrie Madamo battling for it there, as well as French. Also in there is Smelker for the Blades. And it's taken now by Lamoureux, who gets it over to Gagliardi. Pass right up the middle of the ice. Here comes Lannis now. She's over the blue line. She's got a couple of trailers. She stops and tries to get it over, but Smelker couldn't get her stick free. She's got it now on the right wing boards going into the corner. Stopping there, being pressed against the boards there by French. They just battle for it. Kazumi in there as well. She's pressed up to the boards by Carrie Madamo. And looks like we'll have another face-off, which indeed we will. It'll be in the Fury zone with 7:16 left to go in this 4-2 hockey game, Kate.
Yeah, the Blades are doing a really great job of continuing to pressure and kind of crush the momentum that the Toronto Furies were able to build at the beginning of this period with those great penalty kills.
A couple of the nice things I've seen with the Blades today, too, like sometimes someone might get beaten just when you think they're out of the play. They come back and sweep back. Duggan did one, a couple of others, too. That was really nice. Pass in front. Oh, they tried to get it in front to Cottrell, as that was Gagliardi moving along. And with it right now, here's Kohanchuk. She's got Prevost. Prevost does a nice job to stay outside. Shot goes in, and a save by Brittany Ott. And Gagliardi picks up the rebound. And once again, steers it out over to Casey Pickett now. Pickett on the move. Over to Weber, who collides with Bonello. Lamoureux takes it, though, pinching in on the rush. And is able to move it further in. With it now is Pickett. Pickett gets it to the stick. The shot in, and the save by Small. And then a rebound with an open side. And getting the stick down there, I believe that was Arts who knocked it away. Nice bit of defense there by the Toronto player there, Megan Arts. She just got in the way of that one and prevented a repeat of that earlier goal by Lannis. And clearing attempt goes off the back of a player, kept in there. Pickett's got it now. She's got Knight up with her, too. Pickett, nice little bit of stick handling there. Just pulled the string on it. Nice save there by Small. Bellamy with it now. Bellamy going wide. Passes up to Megan Duggan. Duggan in the slot. The shot in. And swallowed up there once again by Sammy Jo Small, who actually had someone right in the way. She had a screen right in front of her in the name of Jillian Dempsey.
Looks like Toronto's going to have a penalty here.
I think this might be the second penalty against Toronto. I think this might actually be Boston's first power play.
Yes, it is.
Because the first penalty they got was actually a coincidental minor between Knight and Hoffmeyer. So this will actually be the first time we take a look at the Blades power play today. And they've got all the guns out there. It's Dempsey and Knight and Duggan. Kept in, nice job there, diving into the play by Blake Bolden. And right now, Hillary Knight has it shot up into the midsection of Small, and she's able to stop it. Bolden has it now. Passes over there to Casey Bellamy. Back to Bolden now. Bolden pass over to Knight. Hillary Knight with it now. Just holding. Playing cat and mouse with Duluth. Back to Bellamy. Bellamy with a big shot in. And a pad save there by Small. They can't get to the rebound. And Toronto closing ranks around their netminder and keeping that one from going in.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for this Toronto team. There's so many weapons out there. So, they did a really good job of holding their ground and taking as many options from the Blades away as possible, and then protecting their goaltender when that shot does go on net.
Minute 36 left to go in the penalty. 5:44 left to go in regulation. Right now, Toronto, they're down a player and down 2 goals. Face-off won by the Blades, getting there by Lannis over to Koizumi. Koizumi now passes it to Lamoureux. Lamoureux high in the slot, right along the blue line. Pass over now to Tara Watchhorn. Back to Lamoureux. One-timer there, and a stick save there by Sammy Joe Small. And that one just went ping right over the protective netting in the glass there. And that was quite a hard shot there.
Yeah, the one thing that I knew about the Lamoureux twins is they are strong and they can shoot the puck. Like I know a lot of us wish we could, so it's great to see Monique back there on defense and doing a great job transitioning from forward to defense.
And right now it's Bolden with it, gets it over to Knight now, back to Bolden. Bolden lining up, Bolden with a blaster, and that went off a stick in front. I think it was Prevost who was able to get the blade of the stick on that, and that one went high.
Yeah, great job on that penalty kill of getting the stick, up in towards Bolden and being able to get a piece of that puck before it gets to the goaltender.
Can you imagine seeing Bolden and Lamoureux out there at the same time with those 2 shots from the point? Oh my God.
You'd probably wake up with some bruises the next day.
Just a few. Bolden has it once again. Pass now over to Duggan. Back to Bolden now. Bolden with a wrister. Once again, nice shot there. Oh, puck goes by the open side, but nobody there. Toronto doing what they have to right now to get in front of those pucks before more dangerous opportunities can open up for Boston. Megan Duggan loses it, and right now, here we go. Trying to get it is Kohenchuk, trying to rush shorthanded. Runs into a whole bunch of Blades coming right back on the play. And Casey Bellamy has it now for the black and gold. Almost poke check there by Kohenchuk with it now Duggan. Nice little move inward there, and she's just going to chip it into the zone. And with it there is Bozek. Oh, it just goes right past the outstretched skates of Dempsey. Goes all the way back down. Boston still in the power play for another 22 seconds or so. 4:29 left to go in regulation. 4-2 in favor of Boston. Pass now goes to Hillary Knight. Knight holding up, gets it ahead, looking for. Not getting Kazumi though, as the puck goes just in ahead of her. Yeah,
Not sure why they called that.
I was actually about to ask you.
Icing. Looked like the Toronto defender got there before it crossed the line, but looks like this is going to come back into the Blade zone anyways.
Well, I have a feeling that Hillary Knight is in agreement with you because she was facing the ref going, huh?
Yeah. No, I think most of the Blades players are probably questioning why that was called.
Digits keeping calm on the bench, though. Good to see. And off the face-off, Spooner's got it there, and her shot goes wide. Rebound, a battle for it, and a scrum in the crease, and finally they call it. As Ott is able to basically just get right on top of it.
Yeah, I think the ref lost sight of it, even though it's still loose on the far side there. But, the Blades catch a break there, and we'll have another face-off in the zone.
2 seconds left to go on the Boston power play. Obviously, the goal they're shooting for is down the other end of the rink, so I don't think they'll get another shot off on this power play. Call it a lucky hunch, but face-off won by Toronto. But then coming out with it, here comes Smelker. Smelker and Kazumi, they've got a rush. Oh, and Smelker just couldn't hang on to it. Kazumi went rushing in, and as a result, Boston will be called offside. Now the face-off will come just outside the Toronto blue line with 4:04 left.
I think it's another case of Smelker just needing to keep it a little simpler, and she was looking for Kazumi, but again had some ice in front of her and lost a little handle, went offsides there.
But it's early, and if she needs to learn, you've got a great person on that bench to help her learn that.
Exactly.
Lamoureux now has it after the pass from Gagliardi from the faceoff, and chipped into the Toronto zone. Bonello going back for it right now, and Lannis is just all over her. Coming out now on the boards, taken by Gagliardi, who gets it to Kazumi. Kazumi handling it behind the net. Pass out to Smelker. Smelker pass back to Lamoureux. Lamoureux lets that big shot off and steered to the corner once again by Sammy Joe Small. Gagliardi still has it, passes back now, goes through Lannis. Going forward now is Kazumi. Kazumi just puts it back behind the net. And chipping it around now and looking for it there. Oh, it takes a weird bounce off the boards. Vela had it, but then winds up in Boston hands with it now. Gagliardi. Gagliardi with a shot in, and it's knocked wide once again. And Toronto trying to clear, but once again it takes a weird bounce off the boards, off the glass actually, and still kept in by Boston. Smelker goes down now, and actually looks like we may have a call going against Toronto once again. Or do we?
Yeah, it looks like another hooking call.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be Tessa Bonham getting the gate there, so. She'll be in the sin bin for a deuce, and as a result, the Blades.
One of the great things about that shift there is just sustained pressure. The defenseman did a great job pinching in and what they get out of it is a hooking call and a penalty, and just a great work by that line.
Well, the nice thing is, in a case like this too, obviously Toronto needs to get their opportunities, but Boston is actually preventing those opportunities from even developing, save for that one opportunity that Ott had to come out with that great poke check. But for the most part, right now the Furies and their comeback attempts are being thwarted, and get a whole bunch of penalty time tossed up there. And I think actually that's what they're stopping play for, because it seems to be an awful lot of penalty time.
Not sure if there's a double minor going up, or.
In this case, they both say for us it would be a double minor, or I guess that means they're on double secret probation. I don't know.
It's too many minutes in there for one player, I think.
That's good. I got her to laugh at an Animal House reference, so I don't feel quite as old. Thank you very much, Kate. And let's see, they're just discussing it. Talking to the scoreboard operator, and so right now we've got 4 minutes in stereo. It looks like. 3:10 left to go in the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to leave that extra 4 minutes up there, but it does look like there's a double minor.
Okay. So basically Toronto's going to be shorthanded for the rest of the game, which means they need 2 shorties to just tie it. I'm thinking this one's almost done and dusted. Knight shot in there, goes off the stick of, I believe it was Duggan, and went wide. And Duggan's got it now over to Lamoureux. Lamoureux lets another bomb go, and Small's got it. It's under her somewhere. Lamoureux gets some room. Look out, because she will load up and fire. She has got a rocket of a shot.
Sure does. It's really fun to watch these blades be able to transfer in different positions. This power play, they're just kind of floating all over and filling in where they need to fill in. It's really fun to watch.
Hillary Knight winning the faceoff, and the puck winds up going back to Lamoureux, who chips it deep. And then, it goes right off Megan Duggan in front. Another blast by Lamoureux. I believe that went off of Deleuze. Lamoureux with it once again. Pass along the boards, over to Dempsey now, back to Lamoureux. Lamoureux, pass over to Bellamy. To Knight, tries to set up Duggan in front. Pops off a stick, and just a little blooper above the net. With it now is Knight. Knight with a shot there, it goes off a stick, and once again I believe it was Bonello who got a piece of that. But one of the first things when you start playing hockey, one of the things the coaches tell you, keep your stick on the ice, and if you do, good things happen like that.
That is absolutely true.
2:13 left to go in regulation, 4-2 in favor of the Boston Blades. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. Terrific game here. We'll be back with you next week. Boston Blades take on the Montreal Stars. Face-off is at 2 o'clock next Sunday. We'll be here to bring it to you live. Face-off won by the Blades, and now Smelker puts it behind the net for Lannis now. Out to the point, to Bolden. Back over to Lannis. Back to Bolden. Bolden to Lannis once again. To Bolden. Bolden. Over to Watchorn. Watchorn lets one go. Goes off the side of the net. And it's kept in there. Clearing attempt kept in by Blake Bolden. And Lannis has it there. Nice little bit of stick handling. And the Blades have some space now. Oh, Kazumi's got it, and she gets it over to Smelker once again. Smelker with it. Pass over. He goes past Watchorn, though, on the backboards. Shannon Molson going in for it, but the Blades will get it. Lannis takes a little bit of a hit there, getting the puck. Gets it back to Bolden now. Bolden lets one go, and another shot there. Another save by Sammy Jo Small. We're talking about Lamoureux, but Bolden last year, anytime she wound up, it's one of those pulse quickening things, because she has got one heck of a shot as well.
Yeah, she's an incredible player. Last year was the first time I was able to play with her. I played against her at BC, and she's one of the fastest defensemen and has one of the hardest shots on a defenseman I've ever seen. So she's a great addition to this team, and I know Digit's probably happy to have her.
Shot there by Lamoureux, goes wide and kept in there. Bellamy, nice pass to Knight. Knight, left face-off circle, puts it on net, shot, score! Rebound went to Dempsey. Dempsey just shoveled it in on the backhand. And a power play goal. And if it wasn't academic at this point anyhow, it's certainly academic now. Or, I'm sorry, I'm going to Mike Lang. Elvis has left the building.
Yeah, that was, I think Dempsey was sitting back door there. It's a great place to be if you want to score goals. And, the puck came right to her off that Hillary Knight shot. I think it may have deflected off of Megan Duggan there. But, hard work pays off, and it's just a great job by the Blades power play.
Minute 8 left to go in the game. Boston up by 3 now, 5-2, and here they go looking for another one with it now. Once again, putting it in there, that's Janine Weber. And Weber's shot deflects and goes into the netting over the glass. And now we have exactly 1 minute left in the period. And it's a 3-goal lead now for the Boston Blades. Biggest lead they've had all day. And you can pretty much put this one in the books.
Yeah, I'm sure the Blades are going to want to play full 60 minutes, though, because
Oh, absolutely.
hockey's a crazy game.
Okay, so Duggan does get the assist as well as Hillary Knight, so it's Dempsey from Knight and Duggan. And now it's Boston 5-2. Right now with it in the zone there. Toronto, they have it now. Pass back to Bonello. Bonello tried to get the pass through, but it's blocked, and here come the Blades with it once again. They try a lead pass. Oh, they just couldn't get it over to Janine Weber. It goes to the backboards now. Weber taken down. Goes down actually. And then, a hit from the back, and that's got to be a penalty there. That's Ashley Cottrell. Just gets smacked right into the boards. And you were talking last period about things getting chippy a little bit, and I wonder if that was pretty much the exclamation point there, as she was just hit from behind, put right into the boards.
Yeah, I think there's a little frustration on Toronto's side. I think they probably wanted more out of this weekend series than they've been able to get. But you never want to see anyone get hurt from a frustration penalty. So glad Cottrell is okay.
Yeah. Hillary Knight off the face-off. And she wins it, gets it to her forehand, and just puts it right in on Small. But Small able to get down there and stop it once again. So no goals for Hillary Knight today, but a couple of assists and strong effort by her, as always. French has it now off the face-off for Toronto. Knight's got it now. Hillary Knight once again just gets spun around, but Bellamy's got it now. Casey Bellamont pass over to Lamoureux. Lamoureux with a shot there, deflects, and let's see here. We get the whistle.
Looks like the net was off before Megan Duggan was able to put that puck in the net there.
Yeah, net got blown off the moorings. Megan Duggan had chipped it in, but they had already blown the whistle right before, and as a result, the referee will wave it off, and with 11.1 seconds left to go, they'll drop it once again in the Toronto zone. Hillary Knight to take the face-off. She wins it over to Duggan now, back to Bellamy now. Boston playing for another one here. Over back to Knight now. Knight with a big shot in, and loose in front there. Lamoureux's got it now. Lamoureux keeps it in, and doesn't matter anyway because the game is over. We have a final. The Boston Blades, big weekend against the Toronto Furies. Last night they won 6-2, and today they win 5-2. So in those two games, basically, you had the Blades 11 and the Furies 4. So a nice statement series, as I mentioned before. But it's not like it's like true revenge over what happened last year. But it'll still feel good when you're packing things up.
It will, absolutely. Just a complete team game from the Blades. Their defense was working, their offense was working, and of course their goaltender Bruniat was stellar as usual.
Going back to the first period, first goal scored at 5:36 of the first period. I'm sorry, that was 5:56. Can't read my own handwriting. And it was Fratkin, the new player there, Kaylee Fratkin, number 8 with the goal. The assist going to Jessica Kazumi and also Jordan Smelker, and that one made it 1-0 at the time. Then about 6 minutes later, Rachel Lanis, your number 1 star, coming up with her first goal, the assist going to Blake Bolden, and that gave Boston the 2-0 lead at the time. Then Toronto started to figure into it, basically starting off with Carolyn Prevost getting the goal, the assist going to Natalie Spooner off of what Kate described as a set play, where basically the faceoff was just went right on the stick of Prevost, and she made no mistake and just fired that one right home. And that one basically put them on the map, as it were. And then the second goal for the Furies came in the second period at 10:40. The goal unassisted scored by Julie Allen, taking advantage of a defensive miscue and just coming in really nice and just setting off a laser. Terrific shot. That made it 2-2 at the time. Then later on in the second period, our star of the game, Rachel Lanis, with a goal. The assist going to number 4, Alyssa Gagliardi, and also number 15, Monique Lamoureux. That made it 3-2 at the time. Tara Watchhorn, beautiful play at 15:32, and that ended the second period scoring as she got the assist from Hillary Knight and scored the goal that made it 4-2. And then, as we mentioned, just the one goal in the third period, it was a power play goal as well, and it was off of a rebound in the open side. Jillian Dempsey finding the loose puck and just making no mistake and putting it in the back of the net before Sammy Jo Small could react. The assist going to Hillary Knight and Megan Duggan, and the eventual score ending up the Boston Blades 5 and the Toronto Furies 2. And actually coming up, we're going to be talking to the number 1 star of the game. Kayla McDonald is lining that up right now, and Rachel Lanis is getting set to be interviewed here. Our number 1 star of the game, once again, the 3 stars. Number 3, Sammy Jo Small of the Toronto Furies. Number 2, Hillary Knight of the Boston Blades. And number 1, Rachel Lanis of the Boston Blades. And we will go and talk to her right now. Take it, Kayla McDonald.
So we're here at the end of the Toronto series with One of our first star of the game. It was 6-2 yesterday night and 5-2 this afternoon. And I understand you're standing here now with 2 goals in your back pocket from today. Tell us about the game.
It was a good game, good test for our team. Just our new rink and getting used to everything with new players coming in. So I think we did well. I think we're meshing well and having fun.
Great. So do you hit the road next, or are you in town for a little while longer?
We're in town next weekend against Montreal.
Excellent. Well, we'll look forward to that game. Any lessons that you and the team are taking forward from today's game?
Just stay on the team. It's really easy to get complacent when you have the lead. We need to be that team who can just hold our lead and keep going forward, doing the same things that we were doing when we were down or tied.
Terrific. Congratulations on an outstanding game and a great home opener. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, and once again, we are high above ringside, although right now not much going on. In fact, there's really only a couple of people out there, and they work for the rink. But once again, big win today for the Boston Blades. We just heard from that star of the game, Rachel Lanis, and it's been an exciting game to watch today, and also an exciting experience, not just to do New England Hockey Showcase like we normally do, but for the last couple of years, we've been taping it and then doing everything afterwards, in editing. But this is the first time we've actually done it live without a net, as it were. So it's a lot of fun today. Some anxiety getting there and setting up, but once everything was in place, it worked out really well. Thanks to my crew. Thanks to Banks from ISI Global, who helped us out today as far as getting the streaming and everything set up. Thanks to our crew, too. We've got Paul Hipple down there on the interview camera. John Semino's on our shot, and actually doing the rink overhead shot right there is Bob Boyce. And then after that, we've got Mark LeMay, our director, Stacy Robert, the technical director, and also happens to be my lovely wife. And also today, my co-commentator here. It's great to have her here and great to get your perspective. And well, the other thing is, I've been doing these games for years, but for the most part, we're up here and everyone's down there. So half the players, I talk about them all the time, but I hardly ever have a chance to meet them. So it was really nice to sit down and get to talk to you a little bit, Kate.
Yeah, it was a great time today. It was, my first time doing the commentating, but it was really enjoyable and I think went pretty smoothly.
I think she's got a future, folks. So if that medical thing doesn't work out, yeah, give us a call. We'll get you trained.
Sounds good.
So yes, the artist soon to be known as Dr. Buser.
Exactly.
Which I guess would work out better than if you were a teacher, because you'd have some wise guy in the back going, Buser. So it's a good thing that didn't happen. But on behalf of everyone here, we're going to sign it off now. I'm Bill Robert. Thank you very much for watching.